Grizzly going crazy, nigga.
Roller coaster motor at the stoplight, catch me at the finish line flexing. Following the kid like a spotlight, why you keep asking same questions? Roller coaster motor at the stoplight, catch me at the finish line flexing. Following the kid like a spotlight, why you keep asking same questions? I remember going to school, never had the latest shoes. You was raised to make it cool, I was raised to make a move. We was playing with different bags, so I kept getting shitted on. It was motivation, telling myself stay patient. Package touchdown, gotta relocate it. If that body got took down, guess it was donated. Plug ain't from round town, but we both native. Yeah, sliding with my body, I got a Joe waiting. Can't let these hoes spend the night, ain't got no home training. Heard your damn mixtape, gave it a low rating. Yeah, streets reply, I look right in a Mercedes. Creep at night, the city lights going brave. She popping it like that is meant for, can't be no road and extendo. Bitch, I put me in the friend zone till she see me in the end zone. Hoes calling from other zip codes, trapping hard, I need a flip on this, the new pack, the last one been gone. Roller coaster motor at the stoplight, catch me at the finish line flexing. Following the kid like a spotlight, why you keep asking same questions? Roller coaster motor at the stoplight, catch me at the finish line flexing. Following the kid like a spotlight, why you keep asking same questions? Stepping out cool, rock and roll my watch and shoes. They scream wave, ain't bring a pool. Mainstream think discreet my moves. Jack hit me up like gotta leave round 2. Know what's going on, man, you need it come through. I'm the neighborhood superintendent. Dogs in the den, got the kush in the kitchen. Look here, baby, I'm on real time. Needle in a haystack, but still shine. Wave guard, grill gold like a face guard. I did a bid and tell him wait for it. Grill gold like a face guard. I did a bid and tell him wait. Roller coaster motor at the stoplight, catch me at the finish line flexing. Following the kid like a spotlight, why you keep asking same questions? Roller coaster motor at the She'll be down with God, but she be down with me. She'll be down with God, but she be down with me. She'll be down with God, but she be down with me. She'll be down with God, but she be down with me. You niggas be trolling, licking on my lips, biting down, bitch, I'm rolling. Square ass body walked up like what my hoe went. In the street shit, keep it real without a trophy. Baby, what's the weather like? Wavy, get the better price. Ice on my left and right wrist, burning megabytes. Rolling up megahertz, feeling like gelling hurts. Nigga, what's your nigga, what's your network? Better find some better work. Better find some. Nigga, what's your net worth? Better find some better work. Look me in my eyes, Charlie. Look me in my eyes. Can you see my vision? Can you? Hey, she'll be down with God, but she be down with me. She'll be down with God, but she be down with me. She'll be down with God, but she be down with me. She'll be down with God, but she be down with me. Best gas on the north side, tell me what you need. Only sell cat if you selling it for me. Plants ain't ready, I'ma sell them in the spring. 36 bitches, gotta tell them when to leave. Ran up a check, gotta put this in the house. Talking too much, baby, put this in your mouth. Pancakes and eggs, I'm just cooking what I bought. Schedule kinda full, gotta book me when I'm out. Had to tell my dog that his name getting hot. Every kind of tool like a maintenance shop. Hook back some bread for the same little spot. 409 miss me so the game still rock. Shit, wait. For me, she'll be down with God, but she be down with me. She'll be down with God, but she be down with me. She'll be down with God, but she be down with me. She'll be down with God, but she be down with me. Don't even post it. She got a nigga, but don't even post it. Where you go? Son. She got a nigga, but don't even post it. I pull up with the runs and the potion. Niggas no shooter who keep him some motion. Put a play on a play on a play. Put a bay on a bay on a bay. Screaming free out my bodies upstate. Screaming free out my niggas downtown too. I be high as fuck making LeBron. She got a nigga, but don't even post it. I pull up with the runs and the potion. Niggas no shooter who keep him some motion. Put a play on a play on a play. Put a bay on a bay on a bay. Screaming free out my bodies upstate. Screaming free out my bodies downtown too. I be high as fuck making LeBron moves. She'll be bad like in no time. Hit her seat like it's go time. My bitches in the game like the old line. Hey, and when I come down, you get no shine. Scissors on the backseat like a little kid. Tub been gone for a little minute. Ain't back and forth, I just post a pic with a bankroll, pounds in the mix. I can't parking like pimp. Hey, serving coffee shop him. Hey, got you walking around still. Hey, I'll let cash on him. Then put a bag on the cracker, but you put a bag on him. Hey, for black on black violence. Hey, let's go smash on them. I just paid my rent late on the block near Kimbe. Chopper got a little shake, hit the jerk like Ben J. Money calling me today, I'ma pick up every time. Bro just brought a whole bottle, gon' distribute airline. Shawty came with her ass like the city had dying. Wi-Fi around the trap, this shit like a airline. Shawty came with her ass like the city had dying. Wi-Fi around the trap, this shit like an airline. She got a nigga, but don't even post it. I pull up with the runs and the potion. Niggas no shooter who keep him some motion. Put a play on a play on a play. Put a bay on a bay on a bay. Screaming free out my bodies upstate. Screaming free out my niggas downtown too. I be high as fuck making LeBron. She got a nigga, but don't even post it. I pull up with the runs and the potion. Niggas no shooter who keep him some motion. Put a play on a play on a play. Put a bay on a bay on a bay. Screaming free out my bodies upstate. Screaming free out my bodies downtown too. I be high as fuck making LeBron moves. Gotta get up and get up and get up and get it. You working that job, or you stuck in the trenches? Cash to be made, so who out here tripping? My cellular phone got a damn chip in it. Where you gonna sign for 30 balls? Still in the trap with dirty clothes. You can be different, work my phones. You can be dead and work alone. Let's get it. Oh, let me mute your mic real quick. Okay, Heru, what's goody?
Hey, what's going on? I'm ready to get this cracking, bro.
I already know, man. I don't know why, man. I thought we was starting Texas time, so that's my bad.
Oh yeah, I forgot about the time difference.
Yeah, man, we good. Everything good. Uncle PJ, you good?
Man, I was trying to get in with my daggone laptop, bro. I'm having a hard time getting with my laptop. You know what I mean? And I know I probably won't be able to share no damn.
What's wrong?
I ain't gonna be able to share anything on my phone. You know. So
why
shit.
you can't get in? Why you can't get in on your laptop?
Man, this shit right here talking about signing into your account. What I'm doing wrong, man?
You just gotta sign into Google.
I'm trying to get in with my sign into Google.
Yeah, you got a Google account?
Get in with my laptop. Yeah, I got a Google. And I know I
probably gotta sign into your Google.
Shit, all right, hold on, man. Let me see this. I appreciate that, man. I ain't know what the hell was going on. That's why I was asking what we're gonna be on and shit. Let me see.
Hey man, everybody like, share, and subscribe. Share this video. We about to get to this action, man. We got evolution. You know what I'm saying? Has it been debunked? Is evolution debunkable? We're gonna hear all about it tonight. It is going down. Man, I got my shout out to all the superstars. We got all the superstars in the building.
That I Heavy Hitters Debate League. Uncle Said, Anonymous Hebrew, Mrs. Heru in the building, Uncle Lasar in the building. It's going down, man. So share, like and subscribe and share this video because we're about to get to some powerful information. Both of these brothers. Uncle PJ, I'm listening.
Oh man, look at this right here. Okay, so now on my laptop, right? It's talking about welcome to the stream. It talking about select a plan, and you know what I mean. It's
All
like
right,
it's telling me.
exit out of that, and then re-click it again.
Let me
Because
see
it's not
here.
gonna ask you for no plan.
Okay, shit.
Uncle Heru, you probably just gotta mute your mic because you got YouTube
So
playing.
now on my laptop, right?
Oh, okay, yeah. Let me do that.
It talking about select a plan.
What you say, Uncle PJ? Yeah, click on the
Hold on
link.
now. Let me see here. Okay, the link that says. Oh shit, man. See, on my laptop, man, it's talking about Restream IO. Then it says official site. Then it got number one live streaming solution. So if that's the one,
You want me to email you the link?
yeah. Send it. Shit. Yeah, that's pvines28 at hotmail.com. Okay, the link that says.
Give me 1 second.
See, on my laptop, man, it's talking about Restream IO. Then it says official site. Then it got number one live streaming solution. So if that's the one. I mean, shit, man. If I can, well, damn, we probably can't do it like this though.
What's your email?
It's P Vines 28 at
How I spell
hotmail.com.
Vines?
Vines
Okay. And what else?
28 at hotmail.com. I mean, shit, man. If I can, well, damn. Let me see something real quick. I don't know, man.
I just
Yeah,
emailed it to you. All you,
yeah, yeah. I mean, do you see my?
it's
Damn,
not
do you see my screen?
it's not even gonna ask you to log in. This should
That
just
ain't
say,
even gonna work like that. All right, cool. You say you sent it to my email?
yeah, just check your email real quick.
All right. All right. Let's see
Now
what
you
we
can cut
got
off
here.
YouTube in your background.
All right. Give me 1 second. Yeah. I mean, do you see my? Damn, you see my screen?
It's not even gonna ask you to log in.
It ain't even gonna work like
You hear me,
that.
PJ?
Cool. Yeah, you said cut off that YouTube.
Yeah.
All right. Let's see. All right.
Cut off YouTube in your background.
All right.
You got the email?
All right. Hold on. Let me get here. All right. See if I can sign
Hey,
in.
yeah, everybody like this video, man. We about to go up. You know what I'm saying? Evolution debate. You know what I'm saying? We is about to make it happen. It is going down. We're gonna start y'all week off right. You know what I'm saying? Y'all gonna learn. You know what I'm saying? Shout out my boy to Corey. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Herg the Great. You know what I'm saying? It is about to go down, man. We got Uncle Heru and Uncle PJ. You know what I'm saying? And it's a heavyweight fight.
How to get this shit?
One second.
Hold on, man. Let me click down. They send a damn code to my daggone other account so they can verify it. Oh, this bull, man. Damn. Let me see what we got here. Uh, where that shit at? Man, hold on. Password.
You got the email, Uncle PJ.
Yeah, I got it.
All right, it let you log in.
Yeah, hold on. Give me 1 second.
It let you get to us.
Let me see here. Damn, what the fuck is my password?
All right. Hold on.
How you looking?
Hold
What
on,
it
give me
say?
1 second. I'm just not getting in my email. I had to go through all that daggone security stuff, man. All right, let's see what we got here.
My name's Super Wavy. I think the email is Sunny Food.
Uh, what? Okay, I got you. We might got something here. We might be cooking with a little bit of grease on the gas stove. You know what I'm talking about? Think we're working with something. It's talking about waiting for permission. I put my name up there. Okay. Yeah. All right. I got my name up there. It's talking about waiting for permission.
It
Okay.
still say waiting for permission.
It ain't my fault. I got it off. Trap out the low. Package dropped off. Gas make you cough.
Okay.
Straight out the soul. Girl in my
Yeah, I'm up in there.
All right, let's get this money.
But so do I say join it? Do I do join as guest?
Yes, sir. Then they gonna start asking you about a plan.
All right.
I'm gonna take you out the other one. Good. You there, PJ? Uncle PJ, you gotta unmute your mic. You gotta unmute your mic. You gotta unmute your mic. You might want to come back. You might want to come back in on your phone or come out and come back in. We can't hear you. We can't hear you. All right, we're gonna get them back up in here, man. Get some of that goddamn theme music. Get the crowd ready for what we about to witness. You can hear? PJ, you gotta unmute your mic. Uncle PJ, we can't hear you. Uncle PJ, we can't.
Come on, PJ, man. We need to get this cracking, brother.
You coming in, it's gonna tell you about your mic and your webcam and all that.
Big shout out to my lovely wife in the building.
Uncle PJ, can you unmute your mic? Uncle PJ, you gotta unmute your mic. All right, let me try to call him. whatever you're not setting. You set up your video. You got to set up your audio. Hey, you gotta set your audio up. It's because we can't hear you. Is your mic muted? Say it again. Nah, we can't. Nah, we can't hear you. Is your mic muted? Hello? I think you muted your mic on your phone now. Nah. We gonna fix it. What is it saying? Get out of. Click out of it again. Click out of it off your laptop. Yeah. Just exit out the whole screen. Not exit out the tab. My bad. And then go back to your email and come back in. And it's gonna say something about your your webcam. It's gonna say something about your camera and your audio. I don't know if you bypassing that, but it's gonna ask you. It should ask you something about your webcam and your audio. Now come back in and don't dismiss whatever. Like it's gonna make you now. You want to focus on that microphone button. You're gonna see a microphone. If you click, I seen you click on the webcam, the camera button. But now we gotta do the audio. So make sure that when you come back in, make sure your mic is unmuted. And it should give you some settings for your mic. Do we say internal microphone? Right. All right, now click on that sidebar under mic. What kind of mic? What kind of mic it say? All right, that's what you got to play with when you come in here. All right, now come in here and click default microphone. Default microphone should be your. Do it say? Do you got an internal microphone? All right, just click on default microphone. Hey, that's what you're gonna be playing with when you come up in here. That's why we can't hear you. It's because one of the microphones you clicking is not the one that's working. Nah, just fumble through them little microphone, fumble through that little Dropbox thing into them different microphones till we can hear you. Cause it sounds like I only got one microphone set up. It sounds like you got like 5 of them. No, sir. Go to the next one. All right, come on. Let's go. Let's get through all 3 of them. Come on. Now, you ain't say, can you hear me now 3 times? No, sir. On the phone. Nah. Is the mic? I try the next mic you got on there. Uncle Heru, can you hear him?
No, I can't hear him. I mean, I could
Can't hear.
just hear him off your phone.
Right. Go to the next set. The next mic. You can cut your camera off if you want to. It's up to you. Nah, you good, you good, you good. Hey, the only thing we focused on right now is that microphone button with the drop box. So that's the only reason we can't hear you. So let's just keep fumbling through them options. You say you got 3 microphones set up to this already. So let's keep fumbling through them. But anytime the mic turn red, that means you muted. This the only thing that could be wrong. It's these 3 microphones set up. We just gotta find which one that's hooked on to you right now. No, we can't hear you. Nah, I'm trying to think. Gotta come out, what's the 3 microphone settings again? What's the 3 of them? You say it got default, and what's the second one is? All right, can you click on that default microphone? Where you go to settings? Uh-huh. Say it again. Nah, can't hear you. You got a microphone or a headset? You ain't got like a Bluetooth? Nah, you ain't got like a phone headset with the talk. I tell you what. Remember that last thing you had did where you was on the phone and you was like, I could just show my PowerPoint like this. You want to do it like that? All right. Uncle Heru, I think we're gonna have to do it with
Hey, your audio went out now.
All right, hold on. All right, you can hear me? All right, you can hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you good, bro.
I think I had my mic muted or something. All right, Uncle PJ, you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
All right. So yeah, what we gonna have to do, and it's good because you ain't got no echo, so that'd probably be good too. we're gonna do it to where you can show your slides on your phone camera.
Shit, man. Let me see something real quick.
Oh, hold up. See if you can share your screen from that laptop right there. Go to share screen. It should see three dots, or it should see uh share screen. It's gonna be a laptop monitor with a up arrow. You see that
Hold on, let me see where we at here. Share screen.
on your laptop?
Yeah, I'm on the laptop. Um, let me see something real quick.
You see that? You see the monitor where it say, "All right, good, we good." Hold on, let me see something.
Oh, you see that?
Yes, sir, Ski. All right, so we good. We good to go. I think we good to go, gang. I think we good to go. Let me see. I mute out for me real quick, Uncle PJ.
All right. Let's see here.
On your phone. All right. Hey man, everybody. Appreciate y'all for tuning in. Appreciate y'all for tapping in. Like, share, and subscribe. Man, we got this great debate. You know what I'm saying? We finally here. You know what I'm saying? We finally here. You know what I'm saying? We didn't had it out. It's been out in the air for a little minute. And now we in the building. You know what I'm saying? These brothers, you know what I'm saying, took their time, put their shit together. You know what I'm saying? And now we in the ring. Now it's the big leagues. You know what I'm talking about? Has evolution been debunked, or is it a scientific fact? You know what I'm saying? We got Uncle PJ the Lion versus Uncle Heru. You know what I'm saying? The pseudo hunter. So it is going down. You know what I'm saying? Get your popcorn, get your ooh wee. You know what I'm saying? Get your bleezy, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Blazing up. You know what I'm talking about? Everything. Get it together. I'm about to introduce both of the fighters. About to introduce both of the debaters. You know what I'm saying? And we about to take this show, you know what I'm saying, up a notch. We definitely about to take this show goddamn up a notch. All right, Uncle Heru, I'll let you introduce yourself first. You know what I'm saying? Just tell the people what your name is, where you from, what you representing, and what the people gonna get to see tonight. This is not the 5-minute intro. This is just a regular intro.
Okay. So I'm pretty sure everybody pretty much know me. I'm Heru Conscious. I go by the pseudo hunter, or even also the hitman. I'm up out of here of Pontiac, Michigan. You know, and I'm actually just really trying to put a straightener on some things that some misinformation and a lot of misconceptions when it comes to evolution tonight. Thank you.
All right, and for both of the debaters, if y'all want to share y'all camera, y'all already know it's goody. But first, before we get too far, let me this is that this by this right here is called the Animal Guard. Hold on real quick. Let me get that bad motherfucker. This the Animal Guard. This by Uncle Heru. This by you?
Yeah, yes, sir.
Already, man. Let me get this theme music. We're gonna set the tempo. Uncle Heru, I ain't expect you to be that bland right there. The Uncle Heru theme music.
Hey, bro, why you playing this, the theme music? Do I got time to step out 1 second?
Most definitely.
All right, I'll be right back.
PJ Lion thinks he cooked something, but bruh brought means to a bibliography fight. Let's put this pseudo in a peer-reviewed pack. RP to your argument. PJ lying, you a soft raw. I'm a flamethrower. Came with comic book quotes. I came with gene flow, bruh. Trying to talk Noah in the ark like it's solid proof. But 8 folks can't make 8 billion. Simple truth. DNA, don't lie, boy, you doing splits. Mention YMRCA, but don't know what it is. Got confused with haplogroups and ancient kin. Now you crying in my comments like you about to win. I cited and not asked, you cited your cousin. You Google Black King James and thought that was something. Your source ain't valid, your logic's brittle. You talk dark complexions, that's not a riddle. Portraits in the castle while he's sitting on the throne. Painted by Van Summer, not on a flip phone. He was white, European, ginger with the gout. You trying to blackface a king, get the hell out. Peer review pack, now PJ's getting flamed. Posted memes like citations, bro, that's just lame. You can't rewrite history with screenshots of shame. I'm the pseudo hunter, putting frauds in the grave. Peer review pack, PJ folded under facts. Tried to call King James black, now we caught in the trap. Heavy hitter lead on the Facebook raps. We kill the claims like the source then collapse. Told Bosco he a prophet with a broken map. Said Indo-Europeans were Canaanites cap. Glued together Shem and Japheth like a mixtape. Used Bible verses as evidence, that's a mistake. You boys got degrees from Mean Tech and Pride. I got forensic reads, ancient genes, and type proof. You build your worldview on fragile assumptions. I use Occam's razor, you use corrupted gumption. Mention Queen Charlotte like she links the throne. She was born centuries later, sit down, go home. Even if she had ties, it was 13 gens removed. And y'all try to claim James off that, you've already lost the groove. Peer review pack, now PJ's getting flamed. Posted memes like citations, bro, that's just lame. You can't rewrite history with screenshots of shame. I'm the pseudo hunter, putting frauds in the grave. Peer review pack, PJ folded under facts. Try to call King James black, now we caught in the trap. Heavy hitter league, don't honor Facebook raps. We kill the claim, cite the source, then collapse. This ain't about feelings, it's about facts. If you can't trace the source, then you ain't got jack. Welcome to the deep end, where receipts speak louder than ego. PJ, you just got fact check, cross-reference, and body bag.
Yeah, hold up, man. Cut it. Get this, cut it off. Got, hey, man, hey, everybody, man. I don't know if this, see, I be out the mix a little bit. This one of them debates that's gonna be, these guys they putting it all on the line tonight. You just heard the goddamn Heru intro song. These guys is putting it all on the line tonight. So I need everybody in the building to, you know what I'm saying, show some respect, show some love to the game. Man, they about to put together a powerful goddamn show. Uncle PJ, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
All
Malibu
right.
most wanted, and Malibu most wanted done.
Hey, Uncle PJ, what song? I mean, goddamn, you want me, Uncle PJ? What we need, Uncle PJ? We need the damn marching band, Uncle PJ.
Nah, we don't need none of that, bro. I mean, I ain't no rapper like that, so I don't rap. But if you're gonna do something, you gotta do that Nas ether. Cause I mess with your soul, you understand?
That's what I'm about to say.
That Nas ether. I fuck with your soul, you understand?
That's what I'm
I
about to say.
will
I
not lose. I met your soul, nigga.
Hey,
God sent across the belly. Hey, come on, man. Hey, it's like an AIDS test. What's the results? Not positive, but who's the best? Prentice, Nas, and Big. Matter of fact, ain't no best. Come on, man. Stop playing. I embrace y'all with napalms. Y'all finna watch the pseudo hunter get hunted. He's in the crosshairs that is 308. 308 shoot 7.62. You in the crosshairs, buddy? You know what I mean? Can I introduce myself?
Most definitely.
I don't even need no theme music. You know what I mean? This PJ line, the Roar line. You know, those that know me, those that know me or may not, you know, you may have interact with me on the final battle chat or whatever. You know, it's just all good. Ain't nothing but business. I'm fresh out of North Carolina, representing that dirty South, home of the slaves and the kings. You know what I mean? All y'all up north is from down here. So let's get it.
Let's get it. Let's get it. Hey man, we about to get to it. Goddamn me. Y'all already know, man. We starting y'all week off right. You know what I'm saying? Evolution. Has it been debunked or is it a scientific fact? We're gonna find out tonight. All right. So did you brothers decide who's gonna go first?
Nah, we haven't.
All right, how y'all wanna we can do it like this. Whoever go first right now get to go second in the chin check round.
I'll tell you what, man. I'll start this thing off. Ain't nothing to it.
Overstood, overstood. All right, now this y'all cool with a 5 minute intro or y'all want to go straight into the round? Y'all cool with a
We get,
5 minute intro?
man.
Yeah, 5 minute
All
intro,
right.
good.
Uncle PJ, this screen that you sharing right now, this is part of your 5 minute intro or not?
Well, you know what? Yeah. I do that. That'll be part of the 5 minute intro.
All right. Like I say, hey, everybody, like, share, and subscribe. You know what I'm saying? It is about to go down, goddamn me. These brothers, we about to take the first punches right about now. Uncle PJ, I'm gonna start your time when you ready.
All right. Once again, good evening, family. How's everybody? I just got a little hype earlier, so if I seem a little bit over the top, I apologize. But tonight I'm going to show y'all that evolution is rooted. The origin of evolutionary theory is rooted in Greek philosophy, and from there it goes to Darwinism, to neo-Darwinism, and at one point it was almost rejected. A whole lot of people really wasn't even rocking with evolution, but for some reason, as the book Jonathan Wells wrote, Zombie Science, somebody just keep resurrecting it for some reason. But anyway, let me show y'all this right here, man. History of evolutionary thought. And this from the University of Cambridge, England, right here. History of evolutionary thought, right? The chain began right here. We got Aristotle. That's 384, 322 BC, was a Greek philosopher who examined the natural world for evidence of a divine order. Aristotle divided a heretical arrangement of natural form, termed the synchro nature. I don't know that word now. Species were arranged in a linear fashion along a scale. It's a God, man, mammal, eggs laying animals, insects, plants, and non-living matter. All right. Aristotle ideals formed the basis for the Western belief in the fixity of species, of which each of which has a typical form. All right. So right here, this the father of modern taxonomy. This guy right here, Carl Linnaeus. This the one that classified Carl Linnaeus, 1708 to 1778 AD, classified organism following a binomial system nomenclature, giving each species a specific and generic name, e.g. Homo sapien, genus, species. Although his classification was largely based on mythology, Linnaeus recognized a fundamental difference between organisms that could interbreed. Keep that in mind. Within species, right? Okay. And those that could not. There's different species. Keep that in mind also. His classification system departed from the chain of being and reflected a next series of relationships. The modernized landing system groups include organism into kingdom, this phylum, class, order, family, genus, species. Humans are classified as kingdom anomaly, phylum corridor, chordata. Shit, I can't pronounce some of these words. Forgive me for that, y'all. But class mammalism, order primates. Keep that in mind. Now, this the guy that classified humans as apes, and these guys just taking it run with it without even doing. See, a lot of times people just pick up stuff and just run with it. They don't even do further inserts to see the origin of this stuff. This guy here, George Louis Leclerc, all right, he believed that the origin of life and species follow a material process, right? And look to the physical and biological world for clues to the process. In 1766, Buffon argued that the relationship among species in a linear system of classification reflected common descent, or what's that say? Degeneration, with divergence over time. Keep that in mind. We'll get to that later. Okay. Now, this is what he done, right? Now, Bethune placed great emphasis on the physical environment, which was thought to direct somehow the organic changes, leading to a new species. This speciation process was thus caused by individual migration to new geographical locations, wherein the environment would cause changes to the organic particle. But nevertheless, right? But Buffon thought that the extent of divergence was limited to within a family. Each family had its own internal modes to which every species conform. But species could change over time to some degree. Okay. Keep that in mind now. All right, right here. This is Rasmus Darwin. This is Charles Darwin's grandfather. So Charles Darwin's father was an evolutionist also. And they got they origin from the Greeks also. Here we go. Organic life beneath the shoreless waves. This right here, I guess some kind of poem he wrote. But anyway, I ain't gonna read all that. But Erasmus Darwin, 1731-1802, was a leading philosopher, naturalist, and physician in the 18th century Britain, who wrote one of the first treatises of
Time.
on evolution. All right.
Time.
All right.
Hey, I'm gonna let you finish the sentence.
It says Zoonomia or the Laws of Organic Life, 1794, 1796. He was also the grandfather of Charles Darwin.
All right, all right, all right, all right. That was that intro. That was the first intro. Now we about to, you know what I'm saying, get into Uncle Heru's intro. Uncle Heru, I'm gonna start your time whenever you're ready.
All right, I'm ready. I'm not even going to rebuttal that nonsense. It has nothing to do with this debate, period. But what I want to say is good evening, everyone. This debate is actually, the topic is, has evolution been debunked or is it scientific fact? So everybody knows I go by Heru Conscious. I am absolutely the pseudo hunter, and I'm getting ready to bury, I'm about to actually bring the facts and bury all these fairy tales. So the question before us is whether evolution has been debunked. And let's be clear right out the gate. Evolution is not a theory in crisis. It's not it's not controversial in scientific community. It's the backbone of modern biology. Evidence spans genetics, paleontology, comparative anatomy, and also direct observation. So evolution simply states that species change over time through mechanisms like mutation, natural selection, gene flow, genetic drift, and that over millions of years, these gradual changes lead to incredible biodiversity we see in the world today, including you and I. We can literally track transformation in fossil records, seeing species emerge, diversify, and go extinct in a predictable sequence. We found transitional fossils like Tiktaalik. It's a fish with actual wrist. The Archaeopteryx. It's a dinosaur with feathers. And then you have Australopithecus afarensis, better known as Lucy, walking upright millions of years before Homo sapiens. We don't even need to get to the bones. We don't even need the bones to prove evolution. The genetic evidence is even stronger. Humans and chimpanzees share nearly 99% of their DNA. We carry broken genes. Our ancestors once used called like the gulo gene, GULO, for vitamin C synthesis. We also we have endogenous retroviruses and ancient viral DNA embedded in our genome that we share with primates at the same exact chromosomal locations. Now, that's not a coincidence. That's what you call inherited ancestry. So this is not guesswork. This is not a belief. This is not faith. This is testable, falsifiable science. Evolution allows us to predict where fossils will be found, how organisms will respond to environmental pressure, how genes will behave under mutation. And that's why we use evolutionary models to fight diseases, develop vaccines, and conserve endangered species. Now, my opponent tonight, PJ Line, might try to distract you with theology, conspiracy, pseudoscience, and even just stuff that don't even actually, it doesn't even have anything to do with the debate, as you can see, starting at already. So I welcome to bring on the pseudoscience because I'm going to destroy it right where it stands. He might even say evolution is just a theory, but in science, a theory is the highest level of understanding, like the theory of gravity or the germ theory of disease. It means we've tested it, observed it, confirmed it across disciplines. So no, evolution has not been debunked. It's been confirmed again and again over a century of hard data, and even a major scientific institution. I'm sorry, every major scientific institution on the planet stands behind it. So this debate isn't science versus religion; it's facts versus fiction. And I'm not, and I didn't show up with feelings. I came with fossils, facts, DNA, and by the end of this, PJ Lyons' anti-evolution claims are going to be extinct. Let's get it.
All right, all right, all right. Let's go and get to it. Uncle Heru yielded a minute. We about to get into these first rounds. It's 2 10-minute first. It's 2 10-minute rounds. Am I correct?
I thought it was 15.
2 15s.
Yeah,
Let's go ahead.
215.
Okay, just make it show. Just make it show. You know what I'm saying? I'm the timekeeper, so I can't be out. You know what I'm talking about? All right, let's go and get to the money. Let's go and get to the money. Uncle PJ, you want me to share your screen again?
Hold on, give me 1 second. Let me get this right here.
Everybody, like, share, and subscribe. Like, share, and subscribe. We got this heavyweight fight going on, man. Has evolution been debunked, or is it a scientific fact? Let's get this money. Just let me know when you're ready, Uncle PJ.
All right, hold on. Let me pull this up real quick.
Get your drink. You know what I'm saying? Get your bumper clock. Do whatever you need. You know what I'm saying? Grab the family. You know what I'm saying? Let them know. You know what I'm saying? We teaching on this Sunday. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna start the week off right.
Hold on, give me 1 second. All right, let me see my screen sharing.
It's sharing, but it's on the same. It's on the same screen.
So what? How do? Okay, let me see here.
You see it?
Let me see here. Okay, I got you right here.
Oh, you gonna pick up where you left off at, right?
No. I'm gonna start with this right here first.
All right, I'm gonna start your time whenever you're ready.
Okay. Now, this is the scientific method. First, you got to ask a question, right? Then you got to do background research, right? Then you got to construct a hypothesis. Then you got to test the experiment, right? Then you got the procedure working, right? You got to troubleshoot, experiment. Then you got to analyze. Then you got to let me hold on, give me a second. Shit, my damn screen. Make it big for me so I can see a little bit. You got to analyze the data. Ah, damn it. Okay. Yeah, here you go. Then you got to result particular method of the hypothesis. Then you got to communicate the results. So keep that in mind, right? So with that being said, evolution is lacking some of those. The theory of evolution that man come from monkeys and apes and things like that, right? So let's go here. Hold on, give me 1 second. Okay, I already done that about the Greek philosophy. He couldn't touch that, so he ain't even going back to that. I mean, that's the history of evolution. It started with the Greeks. So let me go here. All right. Well, this again now. Well, you know what? I just said this one because I got to. I got to say this one right here. I got to. Now, this is the National Library of Medicine. This is one of his sites that he used. So
All
this
right,
peer review.
hold up, real quick. I'm gonna stop the time. Your
Hold
screen,
on.
your
I'm sorry about that. I got you. Is it sharing right here?
yes, sir. All right, I'm gonna start your time.
All right. Now this the National Library of Medicine. This isn't a pseudo site. This peer reviewed because he keeps throwing around peer reviewed. So we're gonna go here. I'm just gonna prove the point of the Greek origin of evolution now. That's all I'm gonna do. All right. I'm gonna start right here with this paragraph. Contrary to popular opinion, neither the term nor the idea of biological evolution began with Charles Darwin and his foremost work on the origin of species by means of natural selection. Many scholars from the ancient world, Greek philosophers, had inferred that similar species were descended from a common ancestor. Now keep that in mind. But then the word evolution appeared first in the English language in 1647 in a non-biological connection, and it became widely used in English for all sorts of progression from simpler beginnings. The term Darwin most often used to refer to biological evolution. All right, I just want to use that. This right here is his site. This peer review. This the National Library of Medicine stating that evolution theory, biological evolution began with Greek philosophy. Okay, so that's not pseudo, unless he calling his site pseudo. But I get that for later. I'll say that. Now let's get here. Where I want to go here. I want that right now. Hold on, give me 1 second, brother. Hey, stop my time. I'm sorry. I'm trying to get my stuff together here.
All
All
right.
right, let me see here. I don't want that one right now. Let's see where I want to go. Let's see here.
Tell me what the issue is, Uncle PJ. I can
Hold
help
on, I'm trying to. I think I got it right here. This is what we're gonna go with. Nah, hold on. I only want that one right now. Trying to get my slide right. Which one I want to go with? Sorry about that. Damn, I got all this shit open. Damn, hold on. Give me 1 second. Stop my time, bro. Sorry about that.
All right. All right now, Uncle PJ. You know
Oh
what I'm
no,
saying?
hold on.
Now,
Oh, all right. Let's go here. Let's go here. I'll go with this right here. Hmm.
let me know when you're ready.
All right. Is it sharing?
Yes, sir.
All right. This is a book right here. Jonathan Wells. He's a biologist, right? Now let's see right here. This is page 16 of this book, right here. Um, in my screen sharing, all right. It says, yeah, this page 18 of this book. It says, nothing in biology. In 1973, I can't say the name now. I wrote an article titled "Nothing in Biology Makes Sense Except in the Light of Evolution." And by evolution, Laskowski meant neo-Darwinism evolution. His statement has become a guiding principle in the lives of most modern biologists. It is now a fundamental assumption underlying most research and writing discipline. Okay, let me yeah, here we go. All right. People who believe the Hansky statement insists that they do so because of the evidence. But what follows below will show that this is not the case. A person does not have to believe in materialism to believe in evolution, but evolution is a materialistic story. And since the materialistic story trumps the evidence, It is zombie science, right? Now let me go here. Damn it. Man, sorry about this, y'all. My daggone computer ain't even shit.
You good? You good? I'm a part of the time, boss.
Yeah. Sorry about that, man. Try to get this daggone laptop right. Damn. All right, here we go. Daggone, man. All right, hold on. I think I got the right one now.
Just take your time, take a
Yeah.
deep breath. You know what I'm saying? And we got a long night to go. Let's get this money.
All right, here we go. All right. Oh, hold on. Let me go here. Oh, let me go back one. This 20. I want to do this right now. This is what I want to do right here. All right, I'm gonna go back to page 16 of this book, right? Now this says, what is evolution? Right? Evolution is another term that can you start my time, bro. Sorry about that.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, all right. It says evolution is another term that can mean different things. Simple change over time, the history of the cosmos, the progress of technology, the development of culture, or the fact that many plants and animals now living are different from those that lived in the past. All right. Indeed, general senses evolution is uncontroversial. But evolution can also mean minor changes within existing species from generation to generation. There is an abundant evidence for such change that are obvious in our own families. People have also been observing such changes in other species for thousands of years, certainly since the domestication of plants and animals. So evolution in this sense is uncontroversial. All right, but let's go here though. Now, in 1859, keep that year in mind, Charles Darwin proposed that minor variations within existing species are preserved or eliminated by natural selection, survival of the fittest. Keep that in mind also. And that given enough time, this process generates new species, organs. Oh, most definitely keep that in mind. And body plans. Darwin argued that variations and selections are unguided. So the results of evolution are left to the working out of what he called chance. There seemed to be no more design in the variability of organic beings and in the action of natural selection. He once wrote, then it is the course which the wind blows. So it seemed to me Darwin didn't believe in his own theories, right? So right here it said evolution as materialistic science. Darwin described his most famous book, The Origin of Species, as one long argument. It was basically an argument against creation by design, and it took the following form: the facts of biology are inexplicable on the theory of creation, but make sense on the history of descent with modification. Starting with the fourth edition of his book, Darwin went further and argued that the idea that living things were created according to plan is not a specific explanation. Design was as it were ruled out by court of definition. It is often claimed that people in the 19th century was converted, right? Now this right here gonna give rise to Darwinism, and later we're gonna talk about neo-Darwinism for when Darwin and Mendel, that's when they added genetics and this fossil records that the brother was talking about. But my next round, I'm gonna show you about the fossil records. You know what I mean? But anyway, Darwin's theories, because he provided so much evidence for it. But this is not true. For one thing, Darwin could not offer no evidence for natural selection. Only one or two imaginary illustrations. So that's the illustration where they show this monkey and it goes from a ape to a chimp or whatever it goes to. Then it goes to a man. So that's that illustration that it's talking about. This is based off of illustration. When he talk about observable science, they haven't observed this. That's one of the scientific methods that they left out. There's no way these people have observed a ape, chimp, then a man. They haven't observed that. No, that's a lie. Okay. Then the fossil records, but we'll get on that later. And uh despite the title of his most famous book, he failed to explain the origin of species. People were converted to Darwin theory mainly because it fit the increasingly materialistic tender of the time. Okay, that's all that it was. And then you will see where Darwinism started to fade. But let me go here. I ain't gonna read the whole book now. But okay, this microevolution. Yeah, we just went through that. Let me go here. Uh okay. I'll just start right here. I think I'm on page 18 again. Uh It said, other than a full comprehension of the microevolution process observable within the span of a human lifetime and often controlled by man's will. For this reason, we are compelled at the present level of knowledge, reluctant to put a sign of equality between the mechanism of microevolution. See, the brother once said that microevolution and macroevolution pretty much one and the same, and which it is to a certain degree. But microevolution, saying that one species jumped from another one to another one, that's just totally impossible. It didn't happen. It didn't happen. It didn't happen. And hold on, let me go back to my screen here.
All right. I stopped the time. Everything all right?
Yeah. We good. We good. All right. Let me get back right here. Uh, Man's will for reason will compare to present a level of knowledge, reluctant to put a sign of equality different between the mechanism of micro and macroevolution, and proceeding on the assumption to push our investigation as far ahead of this working hypothesis will permit. Okay, let me enlarge this a little bit. Now, as we saw above, microevolution is not controversial, but Darwin did not write a book. But Darwin did not write a book titled "How Existing Species Change Over Time." He wrote a book titled "The Origin of Species by Means of Natural Selection." And while he didn't use Dub Hensky's word, which came later, Darwin theory that was that microevolution, given enough time, produces macroevolution. Yet, despite an enormous amount of biological research since the 1930s, the sign of equality between microevolution and macroevolution remains nothing more than what Dobzhansky called it, a hypothesis. And indeed, it remains a hypothesis, starving for lack of evidence. Lack of evidence. People okay. Call it hypothesis, and indeed it remained a part starting for lack of evidence. People speaking for the current scientific consensus often lump microevolution and macroevolution together and refer to them simply as evolution, a verbal sleight of hand in place of evidence for Dobzhansky.
Okay,
Uh,
PJ.
yes, sir.
Are you reading? Are you reading off your PowerPoint? Or are you reading off Zombie Science?
Yeah, I was reading off the book. I'm sorry.
Okay, my bad. Okay, just making sure.
Yeah. My screen's still showing, right?
Yes, sir. Just making sure.
Okay. Okay. Well, I tell you what, I ain't gonna read the whole thing. Like I said, I'll just let me go here to the let me just hit the key points. Let's
Nah,
see here.
I wasn't trying to cut you off or none of that. I was just making sure you was on the same screen.
Okay, my bad. Apologize about that.
Nah, you good. That's me. That's me. I'm just making sure we all on the same page. You got the flow.
All right. Tell you what I do then. Since I read out of that what I want, let me Let me go here. I got that. Let me go here since I was talking about neo-Darwinism. This again, the National Library of Medicine, right? Neo. Hold on. Is my screen sharing? Let me see. Let me share this one
Still on the
instead.
same. It's still on the same. All right. There you go.
We good right there? Okay, I'm sorry about that. Yeah, now I'll come back to that book later. I just ain't want to read the whole thing, you know what I mean? But anyway, neo-Darwinism still hunts evolutionary theory, a modern perspective on, right? So let me go here. Abstract, the modern synthesis or neo-Darwinism, which arose out of the reconciliation of Darwin's theory of natural selection and Mendel's research on genetics, remained the foundation of evolutionary theory. Now, remember when I said that Darwinism began to decline, right? So that's when they merged this natural selection and genetic and molecular biology together to create neo-Darwinism, right?
2 minutes.
Now,
2 minutes.
okay, now like the brother was saying about the fossils and molecular biology, I almost definitely get with that in my next round. I give it that in my next round. But anyway, it says modern synthesis or neo-Darwinism, which arose out of the reconciliation of Darwin's theory of natural selection and Mendel's research on genetics, remained the foundation. However, since its inception, it has been a lightning rod for criticism, which has ranged from minor quibbles to complete dismissal. Among the first famous of the critics was Stephen Jay Gould, who in 1980 proclaimed that the modern synthesis was effectively dead. Gold and others claim that the action of natural selection on random mutation was insufficient on its own to explain patterns of microevolution, diversity, and divergence, and that new processes were required to explain findings from fossil records. In 1982, Charles Worth Land and Sleskin published a response to his critique, right? But let me get this right here. They published, indeed, in which they argued that neo-Darwinism was indeed sufficient to explain microevolution patterns. Uh, the perspective of the 75th anniversary of the society, the study of evolution with Charles Worth at AL dot in its historical context, provided modern support for their arguments. Right, so this them doing a counter argument, but I'll go right here. In the first half of the 20th century, an effort to reconcile Darwin research on evolution by natural selection and Mendel's work on the mechanics of inheritance gave rise to the modern synthesis, which unified such different fields as
Time.
genetic.
Time.
All right, I get
Time.
that on my next round.
All right. Hey man, y'all already know what the hell going on. Like, share, and subscribe. Like, share, and subscribe. Man, we're going to the bottom of the first. We're going to the bottom of the first, gang. Going to the bottom of the first. Y'all heard the top of the first. You know what I'm saying? And it's gonna continue to get information. We learn every day over here. Uncle Heru, I'm ready when you ready. Share your screen whenever you ready.
All right. So I'm gonna be doing two different shares, just because I want to start out with a couple rebuttals to a couple sources that he put up. So let me go ahead and get this share going here.
It is going down, man. It is going down. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to
Okay, so
everybody. Shout out to all the stars.
so I just wanted to show this real quick. Um, I don't know what the disconnect with this brother is, but I've told him several times about Jonathan Wells in this book. And if you look here, this is right here from the National Center for Science Education. This is a critique of icons of evolution. Discovery Institute fellow Jonathan Wells is a major purveyor of misleading, inaccurate, and incorrect statements about evolution. His book, Icons of Evolution in 2000 is notorious for distortions and false claims about evolution. And then they give you a whole list of sources to help you understand and respond to the misleading claims by Wells, especially in Icons. So I want to also let you know that that book is not even peer reviewed. So this guy is just playing games here right now, wasting y'all time. Let me stop sharing that one. I just want to let me share this next screen. Let me share my next screen here. This is how you handle business, y'all. Because I'm not going to keep playing around with these guys when they come to this stuff. You misrepresent sources, you purposely mislead the people, and we're going to get that out of here. Right here, National Library of Medicine. I'm going to show you this right off the bat in the first line here. It tells you that evolution is both fact and a theory. Evolution is widely observable in laboratory and natural populations as they change over time. The fact that we need annual flu vaccines is one example of observable evolution. At the time, evolutionary theory explains more than observation as a succession on fossil record. Hence, evolution is also a scientific theory that embodies biology, including all organisms and their characteristics. In this paper, we emphasize why evolution is the most important theory in biology. Evolution explains every biological detail, similar to how history explains many aspects of a current political situation. Only evolution explains the patterns observed in fossil record. Examples including the succession of fossil record. We cannot find the easily fossilized mammals before 300 million years ago. After extinction of the dinosaurs, the fossil records indicate that mammals and birds radiated throughout the planet. Additionally, the fact that we're able to construct fairly consistent phylogenetic trees using distinct genetic markers in the genome is only explained by evolutionary theory. Finally, we show that the process that drive evolution on both short and long time scales are observable facts. Let me stop that. Now we're going to get into my presentation. We're gonna pack this brother up.
All right, I stop your time.
All right. So let me go ahead and present this. So it can look actually pretty big on the screen. What's going on? All right, hold on. I'm not going to do it that way.
Looked like it was loading, huh?
Yeah, it looked like it just froze up on me. Hold on one second.
I stopped the time.
Okay, thank you, bro. I appreciate that. It might be because I got a lot of stuff open up here. I'm gonna close down some of this stuff, but we're gonna get right into it. Wait on this just to upload right again.
Hit that like button, like, share, and subscribe. Somebody need to know about evolution tonight. Or is Uncle PJ gonna prove it's been debunked? Stay tuned.
Hold on one second here. Let me bring up my PowerPoint again. Okay, I'm almost there, bro. My apologies for that. Let me see.
Nah, you good, man.
It's just doing some weird shit, like it's taking extra long to load up. Like the presentation was right there, and then the screen just went all black on me. So hold on 1 second. All right, here we go.
That like button. That like button. That like button. That like button. Share it to your cousin. Share it to your cousin. Share it to your cousin. That like button. Don't take my shit.
What the fuck, man?
Nah, you good, man. We here. We rocking. We good.
Yeah, this thing is. I don't know what the fuck is going on with PowerPoint.
Let's see. Let me grab some of these comments. And they going crazy in the comment section, man. They going.
I bet. Hey,
They going
so I want to ask you something about PowerPoint here. Let me see if I can do it this way.
hey, when the way if when you had said it the first time, and you
Hmm.
was like, I want to make it big. If you just try to say it one more time, or did it not let you did not let you mess with it after you try to make it big?
Damn, this kind of pissed me off because like my I may have to just go by like all my just using my sources and just go off of that because like right now it's like not even showing um my presentation in here.
Just what you mean? Like it didn't save?
Yeah,
Or
well, yeah, it looked like it didn't save, but then it did save. Like I know for a fact it saved.
because I was gonna say exit out of the whole program and then start the program over. But if it didn't, you know what I'm saying?
It's got my old let me see, I got all my old shit, hold on. It's got my old presentations on here.
Appreciate you, Uncle Shaka.
Yeah, and don't get
I
me
was
wrong. Don't get me
excited
wrong, y'all. What I can do is actually I can actually go through this and just bring up my sources and go off of them if need be. If I can't seem to retrieve this for some reason. Let me see. It's like my computer is like slow for some reason.
man, they going crazy in the chat.
All right, so this is what I'm gonna do. I'm not gonna waste too much time. What I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna go ahead and just go straight to my sources. I mean, because all my presentation is basically of the sources that I'm dropping. So it's not gonna matter. The only thing different is it just won't be slides. It'll be the actual sites that we go into. So let me start here. Let me see here. Okay, so my first okay, here we go. Okay, so let me type this in this browser here. Uh,
You had saved the PowerPoint or no?
yeah, just it is not showing up for some reason on here.
Hey, just exit out the whole program and then come back in.
Yeah, that's what I did, and it took a while to come back up, but it's got like all my other presentations besides this one.
Oh, okay, okay, okay. All right, I'm ready when you ready, man.
So what I'm gonna do is let me bring up this here source right here.
Mm.
Let me see here. And I apologize for this, y'all. Let me see.
Hmm.
Hey,
Okay.
Uncle
All right.
Judah, control yourself. Uncle Judah, control yourself in the chat.
All right. So now here we go. I got this one up. Let me open this. All right. Let me go back to here so I can present my screen. All right. So I know that he tried to bring this source up. Why he brought it up, I have really no idea, other than the fact that he wanted to point out that some Greek philosophers had, early observations of evolution, which doesn't make any sense. It doesn't matter if it was a Chinese man. Doesn't mean it matter if it was an African man. It doesn't even matter if he was an Eskimo. The point is, we're looking at the facts here. So, right off the bat, what I want to come in and do is I want to point this out as far as what evolution is. Evolution is actually the change in inheritable traits across generations through mechanisms like natural selection, mutation, genetic drift, and gene flow. Now, this is not a theory. It's in the guessing sense. It's a scientific theory which is supported by massive amounts of tested, observed, and repeatable data. It's not random, nor is it chaos. It does not claim humans came from monkeys. It explains that humans and monkeys share a common ancestor a million years ago. It does not reject spirituality. It simply does not rely on unverified stories to explain the origin and diversity of species. So here's a fact for you: the theory of evolution is accepted by National Academy of Sciences, American Association for Advancement of Science, and over 95% of all working biologists and anthropologists globally. So when we get into this here actual source here, this is just evidence supporting biological evolution, which he completely avoided. His big thing was just to point out Charles Darwin, which he I don't think he really understands that evolution has evolved dramatically since Darwin, and that's one thing that Darwin uh, he kind of opened the gate for was like the biological understanding of evolution. So the next part that I wanted to get into, and let me see if I could bring that. I'm gonna bring that source up as well. Um, and what I'll do is I may take that time out into my later in my second round to really bring these sources up and show y'all directly right from the source what I'm talking about. But now I know he mentioned the fossil records and what we have to look at Earth's time machine. I mean, every time we dig through layers of the Earth, we uncover a literal breadcrumb trail of life evolving over billions of years. Like I mentioned earlier, Tiktaalik, Rose, that transitional fossil between fish and amphibians. Then you had Australopithecus, afarensis. This is early hominid that links modern humans to ape-like ancestors, like Lucy, for instance, 3.2 million years ago. Then you have the Archaeopteryx, It's the bridge between dinosaurs and birds. Now you have Homo habilis, Homo erectus, Homo sapiens. This is a clear sequence of increasing cranial capacity, tool usage, and upright posture. So let's just be clear here. These aren't missing links. They're transitional forms that show gradual change over time. If evolution weren't true, these wouldn't exist. Over 6,000 hominid fossils have been found, forming an evolutionary chain of human development across at least 7 million years. Now, one thing I want to point out, because I know that this is where he's going to go with this, is that he likes to a lot of times say, well, that some of these fossils were not he liked to bring up like the fossils that were fake, or you know what I'm saying. And so what I'm trying to explain to him is that's the beauty of science. That's the beauty of falsification. So just because they found a few fake fossils or fake claims of fossils, that doesn't just rule out the entire field, and it doesn't rule out or most certainly doesn't erase the fossils that are available. So I want to go to my next source right quick, and let me pull this one up. I really hate this happened, man, because my presentation was flawless. I would have been able to just go right through this thing. Oh, here's another source I wanted to mention. You guys can look this one up. It's Dobzhansky, Dobzhansky, 1973. Nothing in biology makes sense except the light of evolution. The American biology teacher. And again, we're going to have to put clarity on this thing. Scientific theories are not guesses. I'm going to say that again. They are actually frameworks supported by evidence and used to make predictions. Now, let me get to this here. Next source here. I want to bring this one up. This is from Oxford Academic. And this is paleontology evidence. Okay, hold on, we're here.
All right, I'm gonna stop your time. Let me know when you're ready to share your screen.
Okay, yeah, I'm just typing this into the browser right quick. All right, let me see here. Here we go. Let me see here. Just loading up. Come on now.
Sorry. Hey man, we here. We good.
Now I'm just getting frustrated, bro, because like I said, I had my whole presentation together, and for it to do that, like right here at this time, is like almost ridiculous. But it's all right. We're gonna get through this. We're gonna get through this, and I'm gonna show y'all exactly why evolution has never been debunked. And I'm gonna point this out. He has said nothing at all in this first round of this debate that actually put any that's showing that evolution has been debunked.
Okay, Heru. I stopped your time. So just know what I'm saying.
Okay,
You gotta
I'm
share
ready.
your screen. If maybe you gotta when when it comes for him to go, you could restart your PowerPoint, try to get that back working. But I had stopped the time. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
I'm
Okay, so I got my screen up now. Let's see here. Okay, so this here source here is we're looking at molecular biology and evolution from Oxford Academic. All right. Okay, so let's take a look at the abstract here. It says the role of fossils in dating. Oh, shit. The fuck, man? This fucking computer is pissing me off. All right. So the role of fossils in dating the tree of life has been misunderstood. Fossils could provide good minimum age estimates for branches in the tree, but maximum constraints on those ages are poor. Current debates about which are the best fossil dates for calibration to move to consideration of the most appropriate constraints of ages of tree nodes. I'm sorry. So because fossil based dates are constraints, and because molecular evolution is not perfectly clock-like, analysts should use more rather than fewer dates. But there has to be a balance between the genes and few dates versus the many dates and few genes. We provided hard minimum and soft maximum age constraints for 30 divergences amongst key genome model organisms. So these should contribute to a better understanding of the dating of the animal tree of life. So I brought that source up for a reason, because for him to sit there and make the claim that that they don't have any fossils or there's no transitional fossil records, that's an absolute freaking lie. And that's proof of it right there that they actually do. One other thing I want to point out during this round here. Okay, so when we get to the DNA, this is really like the biological smoking gun, because genetics is really like the atomic bomb that blew creation myth into pieces. Humans share 98.8% of our DNA with chimpanzees. We have vegetal genes like the GULO I mentioned earlier, GULO gene. It's non-functional in us, but active in animals that still make their own vitamin C. We carry endogenous genus retroviruses, which are called ERVs for short. Viral DNA embedded into the genome. It's the same chromosomal locations that can't happen by chance. It's like I said earlier, it's inherited ancestry. So I'm gonna be honest with you, PJ Lion. You may not respect fossil records, but this record is actually inside your own body, and it's screaming one thing: common descent. So now, what I want to point on too here, and I think that's what I'm gonna do, Sean. I'm gonna just go through this, and then my second round, what I'll do is I'll bring up all these sources, all these peer review sources to show exactly what I'm talking about.
2 minutes. 2 minutes.
All right. So modern observations, evolution in real time. If you still think evolution is just a historical claim, let's take a look at the present. You have antibiotic resistance. Bacteria evolved to survive our drugs. This is not hypothetical. This is a global medical crisis. Darwin's finches, their beak sizes shift based on food availability observed in real time on the Galapagos Islands. Lizards introduced to new islands evolved grip-enhancing toe pads in just a few decades. Even human populations have evolved. The Tibetan people have genetic adaptations to high altitudes now. And Africans have sickle cell traits that resist malaria. So evolution isn't ancient history; it's actually happening right now. So I just want to tap into this real quick. I just want to say this before my round is over. Let me expose what PJ and others do when they're actually cornered with this thing. They misrepresent science. They confuse theory with a guess. Scientific theory is the highest level of scientific explanation supported by evidence. Gravity is a theory. Germs are a theory, but you believe in those because they work. And they insert myths where gaps exist. Science doesn't know everything. It's not licensed to say that's not a license to say, well, therefore God did it. They bring up fake scientists, YouTube theologians who cherry pick studies and ignore peer review consensus. They rely on religious texts written by uh, desert nomads who thought the stars were holes poked in the dome. So if PJ line, if your alternative is God did it, then explain why the same God designed a human eye with a blind spot, a throat where that shares a pipe with a windpipe, and wisdom
Time,
teeth that don't fit in most skulls.
time, time,
Mm.
time. All right, all right, all right. Hey man, say man, um, both of the fighters got a little technical difficulties, but they got this one thing called character. They got this one thing called character. We seen Uncle PJ was taking a little bit of time at the beginning, and Uncle Heru, he didn't jump out the window and start flexing his ego. Like man, he didn't do that. You know what I'm saying? And now we having it on Uncle Heru part. So you know what I'm saying? I appreciate brothers, both of you brothers for y'all patience. I appreciate both of you brothers for y'all patience. All right, Uncle PJ, we're going into this second round. You know what I'm saying? This where we leave it all on the floor at right here. You know what I'm saying? This the first round, you know what I'm saying? We got a good understanding. Now let's go and leave it on the floor. Uncle PJ, I'm gonna start your time whenever you're ready, and you can share your screen again too.
Well, I'm gonna do this right here. He tried to discredit Jonathan Wells, right? But Jonathan Wells is a biologist, and then the National Creation for Science Education, the people that he used, they was in a lawsuit with the Institute for Creation, right? So he used a lobbyist group that a bunch of atheists that advocating for evolution to be taught in schools and whatnot. But anyway, he can't discredit Jonathan Wells. Jonathan Wells is a biologist, and his book is peer reviewed. It's a peer reviewed book. But nevertheless, let me get to this right here. Um, Damn, let me see here. I gotta get back in with my phone, right? God damn it. Shit, man. Can you hear me, bro?
You got to get back in on your laptop, you mean?
Yeah, on my laptop. Damn it.
Right. So you can share your screen.
Yeah, okay. God damn. I gotta go back to my email.
Yes,
Man,
sir.
this is some bullshit. Damn, this is crazy, man. Damn, hold on, bro. Give me 1 second. Let me get back in. Cause this round right here is finna be the deal. Um, damn, damn, I didn't even think of that, man. I didn't know I had to do all that again. But we here.
Hey, shouts out to the paradigm shift. Shouts out Uncle DMG. Shouts out both Craigs. You know what I'm saying? Shout out my boy Classic Craig. You know what I'm saying? Throwing me the goddamn alley oop. You know what I'm saying? And we in the building.
Man, I promise you, man, bro. This like my first time on something like this right here, right? So the next time, man, it will be much better than this, man. And I'll learn how to do all of this right here. You know what I mean? Can you hear me, bro?
Most definitely. You just gotta click
Yeah.
the link and share
Yeah,
your
this like my first time on the platform like this, you know what I mean? But damn, man, I got to pull on the joint up. All right, let me see here. Um, Damn it. Let me see.
Now just click that monitor with the arrow in it.
You said the monitor with the arrow. Yeah, am I up here? Okay, yeah, I got you right here. Now let me get my daggone good stuff. I don't want that. I don't want that. Let me see here. New tab. Damn, I had all this stuff up here, man. All right, let me do this right here. Let me see if this right here show what I want. All right, I'll do it like this. All right, this one I'm gonna start with right here. And once again, I don't know why the brother tried to discredit Jonathan Wells. I don't know if Jonathan Wells, I don't know if he went against evolution so hard that the brother didn't even think that this, he didn't debunk anything that I said. He most definitely didn't touch that Greek philosophy thing, you know what I mean? But what he did, cause and the reason why I said that because when we go into
Hey,
Kemet, right?
hey, Uncle PJ, you trying to share your screen or you want me to start the time back?
Hold on. Give me 1 second. All right, let me see. This is what I want. You should be right here. I'm waiting on it to come up. All right. Shit, man. Every time I show my damn screen. Am I still on with my laptop? I gotta go back out.
Now you still on with your laptop? Just click present screen right there at the bottom.
Okay, let me see here. Shit, where did I get that? Oh, dang. Okay, well, you gonna have to wait now. Mhm.
Yeah, we're working on 7:45.
Um, shit. See here. All right, let me see here. Damn it, I got it right here. I'm just trying to get up here with it. All right, let me see here. Share screen. All right, I got it now. Mm-hmm. My screen sharing? Yeah.
Yes, sir.
All right. Let me go right here where I want to go with it.
All right, I'm gonna start the time when you ready.
All right, hold on, give me 1 second. All right. There we go. See what I got up here?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. All right. I don't know if the brother think that the whole scientific community as a whole agree with Darwin and evolution, but they don't. There are several scientists that disagree with evolutionary theory, right? So this right here is just a few. A scientific descent from Darwinism. During recent decades, all right, you ever start my time, bro? All right. Well, anyway, during recent decades, new scientific evidence formed many scientific for many scientific disciplines such as cosmology, physics, biology, artificial intelligence, research, and others have caused scientists to begin questioning Darwinism, central tenets of natural selection, and studying the evidence supported in the greater detail. Right? I'm trying to get to the scientists that don't agree with Darwin. Let me get here. Anyway, yet public TV programs, educational policy statement, and science textbook have asserted that Darwin's theory of evolution fully explains the complexity of living things. The public has been assured that all known evidence support Darwinism and that Every scientist in the world believes the theory to be true. But check this out though. The scientists on this list dispute the first claim and stand as living testimony and contradiction to the second. Since Discovery Institute launched this list in 2001, hundreds of scientists have courageously stepped forward to sign their names. Right? It said the list is growing and includes scientists from the U.S. National Academy of Science, Russian, Hungarian, and Czech National Academies, as well as from universities such as Yale, Princeton, Stanford, MIT. You know what I mean? That's supposed to be top of the line technology school. But anyway, UC Berkeley, UCLA, and others. Right? A scientific descent from Darwinism. We are skeptical of claims for the ability of random mutation and natural selection to account for the complexity of life. Careful examination of the evidence for Darwin theory should be encouraged. There is a scientific descent from Darwinism, and it deserves to be heard. Let me go here. I'll just give you one of them. This is Professor Dr. Michael Engel, Professor of Neurosurgery and Pediatrics at New York State University, right? That's one of them. Um, there's another one. Dr. Vladimir L. Vikovy, what else? Professor at Bionomics, this Moscow State University. Remember the Russian Academy of National Science, right? Now, all of these are scientists that don't agree with Darwin's theory, right? So I'm gonna leave that there like that right there. Now let me go here. Let me see if I can get this one right here. Since the brother was talking about fossils, let me go here with this right here real quick. I'm just gonna go right here.
All right.
My screen
I
is it
started.
sharing?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. All right. Now this is pretty much recently, February 23rd, 2024. This treasure fossil turns out to be a forgery. Paleontology is rife with fake fossils that are made to cash in on illegal trade, but end up interfering with science. So I know the brother tried to do a preemptive strike for some reason. I don't know if he thought that'll help him out, but this this let me go here to the one that he said. What did he say? Tic-tac-cow, and yeah. Let me go down here. Hold on. Let me go right here with it. Matter of fact, I'm gonna start right here in the middle of it. You see where I'm at? It said the history of fossil forgery goes as far as back as the dawn of paleontology itself, with early reports dating back to the late 18th and 19th century. This was mainly driven by the lucrative market for selling fossil specimens to private collectors and museums. For existence, the original specimen of Archaeopteryx, the one they were talking about, the avian dinosaur, was sold for a current equivalent of I guess there's 85,000 back in the early 1860s. Some people forged fossils for scientific and social recognitions too, right? Now let's go here. Famous example span a range of fossil types from the Piltdown Man, that's 1912, an elaborate fraud involving the construction of a hominid from an amalgamation of a human and ape bones. The Archaeopteryx 1990, a chimera, a fossil reconstructed with elements coming from more than a single species or genus of animals formed by different dinosaur skeleton parts to form a new specimen, which was initially reported to the National Geographic Museum as genuine in 1999. Okay, let's go here. Other examples include a partial skull of extinct mammals that were completed with bones made of plastic, sometimes a mixture of cement, resin, rock fragments, and dust is used for this kind of forgery. Forgers also can use dark brown or black paint to change the appearance of poorly preserved specimens that otherwise would not be of interest to researchers. Right? Now, it was one that I wanted. Let me go right down here. Let me see here. I'll go right here. Now it said the same is happening with animals and plants remain fossilized in amber fossil tree resins, right? Now acquired in historical time and only recently analyzed in detail with modern techniques. The market for fake fossil is a huge problem today. This is particularly due to cases in some countries with less regulation. The fossil trade in Morocco alone is worth US, that's 40 million, and I guess at this Britain, we say 32 million per year. And fossils show all over the world, right? So it's a market for fake fossils. Let me go back up here. Now, this is the one that I want right here now. Hold on, give me 1 second. Now, right here it says fake fossils are among us, passing among undetected under the eyes of experts all over the world. This is a serious problem. Counterfeit specimens can mislead paleontologists into studying an ancient past that never existed. Right? Now, in a new study, my colleagues and I revealed a surprising truth about a fossil celebrated for decades as one of the best preserved fossil friendly apps. The Trendinosaurus anquatilus was a small lizard-like reptile that lived during the Permian period, 299 to 250 million years ago, where the apps are today. Discovered in 1939, the specimen was prized for science. Scientists were carbonized traces of skin visible on the surface of rocks. Generation of paleontologists thought this fossil was genuine. Perhaps the oldest animal mummy ever discovered. This is partly because the type of preservation was rare. The fossil has been reported in books and articles, but has never been studied in detail. With modern techniques, experts were unsure about which group of reptiles this fossil belonged to. Our study was hoping to resolve this and other long-running debates among scientists, but our team discovered that the skin was actually fake. What was thought to be well-preserved carbonized skin was just a carved lizard-shaped body. Impressions covered in black ink. Now check this out now. It said the fossil is not complete fake. However, the bones of the hind limbs, in particular the femurs, seem genuine. We also found tiny bone scales called osteoderms, like the scale of crocodiles, preserved what perhaps was the back of the animal, right? But it was with our preliminary investigation using ultraviolet photography what revealed that the dark colored body outline and all the bones and scales have been treated with some sort of coating material. Coating fossils with varnish or lacquers used to be normal practice over the past couple of centuries, and is sometimes still necessary to revere fossil specimens in museum and cabinets exhibition. But the history of now this goes back to the history of the fake fossils, right? So I just done that. Let me go with this one right here. Let me give you one more. Is my screen sharing?
Yes, sir.
Now this is Popular Mechanics. This is a peer-reviewed resource. This is a peer-reviewed journal, a magazine. Matter of fact, this was used during the they used this. Well, I'll leave that alone. But anyway, that ain't got nothing to do with this, so I'll leave that alone. 9 fossils and finds that were total fakes. All right. It's right here talking about the Piltdown Man. Perhaps the most notorious fraud in the search for missing links, which is a misnomer, by the way, was the Pitdown Man. Charles Dawson, who proclaimed to find in 1912, was rather, shall we say, eccentric, but non-credentialed paleontologists. Now, this a non-credentialed paleontologist and anthropologist had plenty of discoveries under his belt, ranging from valid ranging from value to violation and outright frauds. Okay, obviously like that. I ain't got time to go through all of it. All right. The what is this? The Arctoceptor raptor, some of the most important dino fossils discovered to have come out of China, but have also but so have a few frauds. All right. I ain't gonna do all that right now. But as you can see, you can read through it right here. It's popular mechanics. You can see it right here. The Cardiff Giant. How much time I got, bro?
To be closing in on 2 minutes.
Okay, let me do this real quick. Mhm. Damn, why it's taking this shit so long? Come on now.
All right, I stop the time.
Yeah, sir. Damn, I don't know why it's taking so damn long to come up right here. Is it sharing, right?
Yes, sir.
Damn it. Shit, man. All right, let me see here. Is it still sharing?
Yes, sir.
All right, here we go right here. Now it says certain ideals just won't die, no matter how often. And thirdly, they are debunked. Most of us have heard some scientists, journalists, teachers, and entertainers claim that human beings and chimpanzees share
2 minutes.
98, 99% of our DNA. That statistic is an example of what molecular biologists Dr. Webb calls an icon of evolution or zombie science. All right, I'm gonna go there with it. I'm gonna leave that right here. Let me go down here to the good part for my time. Um, all right, let me see here. Make it to the good part. Damn, I can't read it all. But anyway, we got that about the zombie scientist. Okay, it said none of this is new. Back in 2007, a paper in the journal Science admitted that the 1% statistic was a myth and called for the truism to be retired. Yet 16 years later, this zombie idea shambles on perpetuated by publications like Smithsonian Magazine, Nature, and the American Museum of Natural History website. Why? Well, simply put, the 98.99% myths hold great power in advancing materialistic worldview and dominates the hard science. Even if this pseudo-scientific mean were true, it is rarely stated or received as a mere fact. Instead, it is used to imply things about human beings that we are the sum of our DNA, that we are by that measure almost 100% animal, and that therefore everything theologians once mentioned that the image of God is self flattering illusion. We are not exceptional, but basically gas of monkeys, and which that is not true. We are not monkeys, but anyway. Well, let me go down to the good part. Damn. Hold on, give me 1 second.
All right, I stop the time.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Shout out to everybody in the building, man. Like, share, and subscribe, man.
Damn, I apologize about this, man. I had my stuff together today, man.
Nah, you good, huh?
All right, let me go with this one right here. Yeah, I couldn't even. All right, this one sharing right here.
Yes, sir.
All right, let me go here.
You
This
got you got
human.
you got 10 seconds.
All right, well, shit, I ain't even gonna be able to go into this one. Damn. Shit, I ain't even better go in this one, man. I just go ahead on. I probably had to go down a year of my time on that one.
You sure?
Hold on. Wait a minute. Let me go down to this chart right here. Hold on, wait a minute. I'll go here right here. All right, it's an evolutionary genetics from Cornell University had confirmed the scientific impossibilities of this ape to human ideal in a study published in the Annals of Applied Probability, which revealed the average waiting time to form a slightly longer DNA sequence of only 8 specific mutations is about 650 million years.
All
This
right.
estimate,
All
damn,
right.
I'm done.
Time.
Okay.
Time. All right. All right. Let me get you out the screen real quick. All right, Uncle Heru. Let's
All
get this
right.
going to the bottom of the second game. Going into the bottom of the second. Don't forget, we got that infamous paradigm shift check round coming up. So stay tuned. Like, share, and subscribe. We in the building. Uncle Heru, I'm ready when you're ready.
Okay. Again, I want to just respond and reiterate because right now what we are witnessing is a case of cognitive dissonance. I literally just showed you a source that shows that Jonathan Wells' book isn't peer reviewed; it's peer rejected. His book, Icons for Evolution, has been debunked by the National Center for Science Education, Scientific American, and dozens of real scientists. Every icon he claimed was false uh, was even proven to either be misunderstood or straight up misrepresented. And I showed a source on that. I just want to bring remembrance to that. All
Uncle Heru, you there?
Oh, my bad. You didn't hear nothing I said?
Nah. You say
Okay.
also. You want to share your screen?
Yeah, I was just kind of giving a I'm
All
gonna
right.
share a screen, but I was just giving a rebuttal to a couple points he was making.
All right. You
So
got it.
again, I want to point out that I absolutely did show and prove with a peer reviewed source that Jonathan Wells' book has been largely debunked. And then he comes out here and he wants to tell us all that hundreds of scientists reject evolution like that's supposed to mean something. But let's look at the real numbers here. There are over 10 million scientists worldwide across biology, genetics, anthropology, and related fields. And over 99.9% of them accept evolution as the foundation of modern biology. If you don't like that, take it up with the scientific community. Because what you're talking about, if that's the case, then we would be changing the outlook of biological studies and universities and things like that worldwide. So let's go ahead and get into this here because let me share my screen real quick.
All right. I stopped your time.
Okay, my screen here. All right, I'm ready, bro. So let's get to it. So this here was one of my sources that I had in my presentation. This is Lucy Redux, a review of research on Australopithecus afarensis. And in the abstract here, it says in the 1970s, mid Pliocene hominid fossils were found at sites of Hadar in Ethiopia and Laetoli in Tanzania. These samples constituted the first substantial evidence for hominids older than 3 million years ago, and were notable for some remarkable discoveries, such as the Lucy partial skeleton, the abundant remains from AL333 locality in Hadar, and hominin footprint trail at Laetoli. The Hadar and Laetoli fossils were ultimately assigned to the novel hominid species Australopithecus afarensis, which at the time was most plesiomorphic and geologically ancient hominid taxon. So the discovery and naming of Africanus Australopithecus afarensis coincided with important developments in the theory and methodology in paleoanthropology. I'm sorry. So now, in addition, important fossils and genetic discoveries were changing. Expectations about hominid divergence dates from African apes. This coincidence of events assured that the Australopithecus afarensis figured prominently under the last 30 years of paleoanthropological research. Now here's the 30+ year history of discovery, analysis, and interpretation of African Australopithecus afarensis. And its contexts are summarized and synthesized. Research on Australopithecus afarensis continues, and our subjects and subject areas in which further investigation needs to resolve ongoing debates regarding the paleobiology of the species are highlighted. So this actual source here, I'm not going to go through the whole entire paper, but I wanted to at least get the abstract out to you. So this kind of cuts him up on this here whole thing of fossils. Sure, there was absolutely some fossils that were falsified. That's just how science works. That doesn't mean that they throw out the whole body of work, and it doesn't discredit the science, the actual fossils that we actually do have now. Also, I touched on earlier about Darwin's finches. And what I'm going to show you here, basically what was going on with with Darwin and these finch birds. He was studying these finch birds in the Galapagos Islands, and due to their food, their source of food, what had happened is the size and shape of their beaks changed over time, because what they were doing is that's adaptation to the atmospheric pressures that they had there. So that's another proof of evolution. But in this article here, it tells you that competitor species have evolutionary effect on each other that result in ecological character displacement. That is divergence in resource exploiting traits such as jaws and beaks. Nevertheless, the process of character displacement occurring in nature from the initial encounter of competitors to the evolutionary change in one or more of them has not previously been investigated. Here we report that Darwin's finch species on the undisturbed Galapagos Islands is land divergence in beak size from a competitor species. 22 years after the competitor's arrival, when they jointly and severely depleted food supply, the observed evolutionary response to natural selection was the strongest recorded in 33 years of study, and close to the value predicted from the high heritability of the beak size. These findings actually support the role of competition and models of community, assembly, speciation, and adaptive radiations. I also wanted you guys to take a look at this as well. And this is what I was talking about as far as Well, let's take a look. Let's look at the abstract here. There's another one here. It says the potential of I cannot pronounce that, methnicolin and 26 amino acid residue, proline rich antimicrobial peptide synthesized in the body fat of Drosophila melanogaster. I'm sorry. Was explored to engineer disease resistance and barley against devastating fungal plant pathogens. These synthetic peptide. I'm sorry.
I don't think you on the right page.
Put some ice in there.
Hold on. Let me go back up.
All right.
Hey,
Uncle DMG was goody.
let me share this screen here. Okay. All right, so here we go. This was the next source I was bringing up. And I don't know if y'all seen the other source where I was talking about the finch birds, but I can bring that back up on the screen if need be. But the potential of, and like I was right here on this here, on the abstract here on this article. And this is basically just talking about like the resistance of fungal plant pathogens. And it's the same thing when you're dealing with with humans, how we have resistance to antibiotics and things like that. So that explains why we have to get updated flu shots. This is why even with even like the current vaccine out here right now with COVID, they have yearly updated because of the mutations. This is proof of evolution. I don't understand how people don't get that part. So when we talking about, let me say it this way, when we talking about, here, let me catch my place. When we're actually talking about evolution, and we're looking at macroevolution versus microevolution, where he's confused at is that, and I'm gonna give you a best illustration. I keep using the same illustration because it really covers it. If you had a pool outside and you turned on that water on a slow drip, over time that pool is going to fill up. It's the same result if you turn the spigot on full blast. It's just going to fill up a lot faster. That's a perfect analogy of microevolution and macroevolution. But here, what I'm going to do is I want to bring this up real quick. In this round here, and I'm actually really looking forward to the chin check round, just because my presentation got screwed up somehow, but that's all right. We're gonna get, like I said, we're gonna get through this. So this is where I really want to put it down. So basically, what we're gonna do is we're gonna straw man. We're gonna open up the straw man slaughterhouse. Humans, I'm gonna look at the claim he made about humans came from monkeys. No scientist has ever said we evolved from monkeys. The correct view is common ancestry. Humans and modern apes evolved from a now extinct ape-like common ancestor. I can give you a source for that is UC Berkeley. It's a common misconceptions of evolution. Straw man number 2, evolution is just a theory. In science, theory means a comprehensive explanation backed by evidence. Gravity is a theory. Again, germ is a theory. It explains, germ theory explains disease. Evolution explains biodiversity. It's not a guess. It's a scientific law. It's scientific law's big brother, actually. I'm going to give you another source for that. That's American Association for Advancement in Science, Why Evolution is Science. So PJ, his understanding of evolution is like bringing a color book to a physics exam. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. This is evidence he can't touch right here and I don't think he was even prepared for this. But what we got now, we're looking at chromosome 2 fusion. Humans have 23 pairs of chromosomes, apes have 24. Human chromosome 2 is literally two ape chromosomes fused together. You can see the telomeres in the middle where the fusion where the ends fused, and two centromeres instead of one. Now, I'm gonna put that post up. I'm gonna put that source up for y'all in just a second because I want y'all to look at that human chromosome 2 fusion. And nobody guessed that. We actually see it under a microscope. Evolution predicted it. Creationism cannot explain it. Also, we spoke on the ERVs earlier. Humans and chimps share uh, endogenous retroviruses at the same exact chromosomal positions, the same junk DNA from ancient infections. No intelligent no intelligent designer would copy and paste viral um, fossils across species unless we inherited them. You can look that up on Science Direct on ERVs as evidence of common
Two
descent.
minutes. 2 minutes.
So 2 minutes. Okay, 2 minutes. So PJ sources, as you can see, what he did is brought a bunch of outdated, debunked nonsense. He hasn't shown where evolution has been debunked. He hasn't showed one source that exclusively proves that evolution has been debunked. What we have here is a bunch of running around in circles, bringing up irrelevant stuff about Greek philosophers and all this razzmatazz. Cut it today. So I just want to say this here. What he's doing here is he's taking scientists out of context. He's using creationist blogs like Answers in Genesis, Institute for Creation Research, and these all these outdated and retracted studies. So let's be real. Anytime PJ does cite a scientist, he only quotes the part that fits his bias. He ignores the rest, as y'all can clearly see. That's not research. That's what you call propaganda. So right now, I'm gonna go ahead and we're gonna get into this question and answer round. But I just the truth here is that his worldview depends on magic. Mine actually depends on mitochondria. So this debate really wasn't about beliefs. It was about the burden of proof. And PJ Line brought nothing. He called evolution a lie, but doesn't understand it. He calls scientists liars and can't name one. He clings to a book that says humans were made from dust, while I cite billions of years of geologic, genetic, and fossil data. So science actually explains how we got here. Religion explains why you don't want to understand it or believe it. And I go ahead and yield.
All right. Hey,
All right.
before we do the Q&A, can I do just a 3 minute rebuttal?
Oh no. Can't do that, But
Okay, okay,
you
cool,
can
cool, cool, cool.
incorporate that into your Q&A.
Okay, no sweat.
All
Mhm.
right. So since Uncle PJ went first, Uncle Heru, you going first on this chin check round. Uncle Heru, I'm gonna start your time. Matter of fact, I'm gonna go whenever you ready.
Okay, I'm ready. All right, PJ Line, can you name a single peer-reviewed scientific journal, not a blog, not a pastor, that says that evolution has been debunked? Just one.
I just showed you where that this was the one that they were disagreeing with Darwin and evolution, sir. And that was not
Okay,
a and that was not a blog, and that was not a whatever you just said. That was
okay,
a peer
that's
reviewed
fine.
site.
That's a good enough answer for me, bro. What you showed me is somebody disagreed, but they didn't debunk it. Okay, so if evolution was false, how do you explain humans and chimpanzees sharing over 98% of our DNA and identical endogenous retroviruses in the same genome
Now I
location?
just showed you earlier, and my second round where that 98% DNA has been debunked. And actually it was actually gene modifications done, like genetic splicings and things like that, to get to this so-called desired 98.9% DNA. So that is false. Humans did not share 98.9% DNA. As a matter of fact, I didn't even get a chance to show my sources
Okay,
that
that's
says
cool.
that
That's cool.
you can't do organ transplant
That-
between humans.
I got
You
another
can't do
question
organ
for you, brother. I
transplants
got another question for
between humans and
you.
chimpanzees. Okay, go ahead. Go
I
ahead.
have
Go ahead.
another question for you.
Okay, no
This is
sweat.
my time.
All right,
Why
no
why
sweat.
do
It's your turn.
humans have 23 pairs of chromosomes and apes have 24? Why does human chromosome 2 show clear evidence of fusion of a fusion event between two ape chromosomes?
Okay, now let me ask you this. How many sequence have been deleted and added?
No, you don't answer a question with a question. Do you have the answer, yes or no?
I just did. I just asked you a question. How many been
Well,
deleted
well
and
okay,
added, and how many have been manipulated?
let's move on because again,
Okay.
you're avoiding the question because you're deflecting with the question.
Well,
That's
you
not the
can't
way
answer
the
the
rules
question.
of engagement works.
Hey,
So
you can't answer the question. So okay, next
here's my
question.
next
Okay, go
question.
ahead. Go ahead. Go
Here's my
ahead.
next question. Why do we never find modern human fossils in the same geological layers as dinosaurs? If humans were created at the same time, where are the fossils?
Say that one more time. Because human wasn't created at the same time as dinosaurs. I don't know where you got.
Okay,
I don't know where you
fine.
got that from.
That's fine
But
enough.
okay, go ahead.
I'm going off the sources that you actually was citing, like the Institute for Creation Research. Maybe you should read the whole
I
thing
did
for a
not.
change,
I didn't
and
even not
you'll be
once
able to
use
piece up.
it. I
Anyway,
didn't even not use the
let's move
Institute
on.
for
Let's move
Creation
on.
Research. I didn't
Let's
use
move
that at
on.
all. But go
PJ,
ahead.
this is my
Go ahead. Yeah,
time.
it's your turn.
This is
Go
my
ahead.
time. Okay, so why do we have over 6,000 fossil hominids showing gradual change in cranial capacity and posture
And
from Australopithecus to Homo sapiens if they were created fully
that's a
formed?
lie. Because I just showed where several other fossils were falsified. Even the one Lucy.
That's not what I
I'm just.
asked you. That's
Oh,
not
okay.
what I
So
asked
now,
you.
did you not ask about fossils? Right. I showed where they have been
Bro,
falsified.
I just asked you.
Okay.
I
Okay.
asked you. I'm gonna rephrase the question one
Go
more
ahead.
time. This time open your ears. Why do we have over 6,000 fossil hominids showing gradual change in cranial capacity and posture from Australopithecus to Homo sapiens if we were created fully formed?
Those fossils have been proven to be fake. I just showed the information where the
Okay,
fossils were
you
fake,
don't
and
understand
you
the
don't even
question.
have no
Okay,
fossils.
we're gonna move
Even
on.
Charles Darwin said that. Even
We're gonna
Charles
move
Darwin
on.
said in 1859 that he didn't have those
We're
fossils,
gonna
sir.
move
Okay,
on.
we'll move on.
Come
Okay,
on.
go ahead. So now, do
Well,
you want me to
listen,
answer or you don't want me to answer? What do you want me to do, bro?
because you're avoiding the question and you're not about to take my
Oh,
time
so because
bullshitting.
I can't answer the question where
Come
you.
on,
Okay, go
man.
ahead.
Let me answer
My
ask my
bad.
next question
Go ahead.
because you
Do your thing.
bombed on those.
Do
Okay,
all
so
right.
what's your explanation for the Tiktaalik? The transitional fossil between fish and amphibians were found exactly where
It
evolutionary
don't
theory
exist.
predicted.
They said that it was found somewhere in the damn. Where it's found somewhere in Australia, some damn where in Poland somewhere. This a mess that they created in a lab somewhere. And the four footprints that they saw, it had nothing to do with no TikTok Khalid. This is just some
Okay,
old
so
drawing mess that they come up with.
let me move on because you again you spin it, you
I
spiraling.
showed
So
that.
now,
I showed
so
that in
hold
the
on.
fake fossils,
Let
bro.
me
You
ask
wasn't
my
paying attention.
let me ask my next question. If evolution is garbage, why are you wasting your time and your precious money purchasing health insurance?
See, here's the deal. Now, evolution, as far as like I said, evolution as far as like how embryo to the child, infant, and all of that, right? Now, I believe in that, but as far as evolution, as far as the common ancestor, well, I get to that and my questions and answers. But anyway, the ancients, they were dealing with medicine long before this theory of evolution ever came into existence. Medicine,
That's
healing,
not the
and
point. But
all
anyway, let's move on because
medicine,
you're
healing,
not
and
gonna
all the
take my
things that
time.
always existed.
You're not
So
gonna take up my
your
time,
question
bro.
is null and void. Well,
No,
don't
it's
ask me.
not.
Okay,
No, it's
cool.
not.
No
But you're
sweat.
not. And I'm gonna
It's
tell you this.
it's
I'm gonna
null
tell
and
you
void.
this. I'm gonna tell you this. Our understanding of evolution, a biological evolution, is the driving force in the science of behind the science of medicine.
Oh,
So
you mean
you're just a walking contradiction. Let's go on to my next question.
you mean the vaccine that you didn't trust, that you didn't take, since you want to bring? Well, I get
Brother,
to that in mind.
we're
But
gonna
go ahead, bro.
again,
Go ahead.
again. Now,
Go ahead.
do you believe the earth is 6,000 years old? If so, How do you explain the radiometric dating of rocks, ice cores, and fossils going back millions and even billions of years?
Radiometric dating, carbon dating is totally inaccurate. Very
Okay,
inaccurate. It's
thank
not
you,
accurate
thank
at
you,
all.
thank you. Okay, and if there was a global flood 4,000 years ago, how did all human civilizations like Egypt, Sumer, China just kept building pyramids and documenting uninterrupted history?
Well, the problem with that is though, they said that it's watermarks on the Great Pyramid of Giza and things like that. They said it's watermarks. So obviously it was a flood somewhere. And I don't know what this got to do with evolution, but
Has
hey,
a whole
have
lot
at
to
it.
do with it.
Have
Has
at
a
it. But
whole
they
lot to
said it's
do with it.
water, but they say it's
So
watermarks. They say it's water. It's my time, bro. I'm answering your question. They said it's watermarks in the
okay,
pyramid.
I heard you. I heard your answer.
And it's
I heard your
fishes
answer.
and different type of species on mountains and places that fish and fossils shouldn't be. You understand? You get what I'm
Okay, so
saying?
let's move on to the next question.
Let's go.
If humans were perfectly designed, why do we breathe and swallow through the same tube, leading to choking deaths? Why do we have appendix or wisdom teeth or a blind spot in our eye?
What? If we were perfectly, hey man, are you? Come on, bro. Have you ever created anything, man? See,
Well,
because
I'm
because
telling you this. If you listen, the reason I'm asking this question, bro, is because apparently if you don't understand evolution, you're obviously rolling with intelligent design, and I'm pointing out why this is not intelligent design. Okay, so now here we go with another question. You keep saying evolution is false. Cool. So explain where species came from. Not with God did it. Give me a testable, repeatable mechanism.
well, according to you, the primordial soup that had been rejected, and the same primordial soup when they talk about vents in the ocean floor, the Bible said the same thing in Job chapter 38, I think, verse 16, when they're talking about vents in the ocean floor. So
That's hilarious, bro. The Bible
well, you
doesn't even
talking about
talk.
the
The
primordial soup.
Bible,
According
hold on.
to
The
you,
Bible,
according to scientists, that says that all life began from a primordial soup. This one organism, which was bacteria,
that's just
which
one
was
explanation.
bacteria.
Okay,
Hey, so
next
are you gonna
question,
let me
bro.
answer the question? Okay, so you're
No,
just gonna
because
talk.
you
Right?
getting
Okay, go ahead.
you getting long winded,
No,
and you trying to take my time, and I'm not going to allow that to
how am
happen,
I
bro.
taking your time, bro? You
A
got to
bully
give me time
football.
to answer the
All right, so
question. All right, go ahead.
stop talking.
All right, go ahead.
If you believe humans were made from dirt, why do we share over 60% of our DNA with bananas, 85% with mice, 98% with chips, with chimps? Did God just recycle the code?
The problem with that is you have not showed not one source that said we share DNA with bananas, mice, chimps, none of that.
I,
And when it
and
says that we are made,
I
and
actually
when it
did
says
show
that we
that.
are made from dust, if you look on the periodic chart, it says that the dust means that we are made from all the minerals of the earth. Oxygen, you got iron, what is calcium,
Okay, look,
magnesium, all the things in the earth. That's what our body needs to survive. We are made
okay,
from the
you're
minerals
not
of
answering my question,
we
so
are
I'm gonna
made
move
from
on.
we are made from the minerals of the earth, brother. I don't know what else to tell you. You don't
We're
like
gonna
it?
move
That's your
on.
problem.
We're gonna move
Well, we're
on
gonna move
because
on.
you're not understanding what I'm asking you.
Nah, you
Okay,
just can't
so
handle the
hold on.
questions, the
So now
answers that I'm giving.
here's another question for you. How can you claim evolution is a lie when the exact mechanisms of it, like antibiotic resistance and gene mutation, are used in everyday modern medicine?
You mean the same vaccine that you rejected? The
I ain't
same
said
COVID,
nothing about a
the the
vaccine.
the
I
same.
said nothing
But you
about a
said medicine.
vaccine.
So can I answer the question? You said medicine, right? It's
You're
not
not
vaccine or
answering my
medicine.
question, bro.
It's
You're
not
again,
vaccines and medicine. That's what I'm asking, bro. Is
you're
vaccine or
not
medicine or
answering my
not?
question.
Is vaccine okay? Fine. Go ahead.
If evolution is a lie, when
All right,
when
time. I was trying to give him time to answer the question. All right, we're gonna flip the script. We are now flipping the script. All right, Uncle PJ, you got 10 minutes to question Uncle Heru. I'm gonna start the time when you're ready.
Hey, that Lucy thing that you showed, was that an actual evolution of a woman or ape, or was it bamboo, or did it have baboon parts to it?
they actually found a partial skeleton of Lucy. Um, it was a female in gender, and they may have found another part, animal part by her, but that's irrelevant. They have a partial skeleton of her.
So she wasn't full baboon.
She wasn't a baboon at all.
Well, according to the research, it said that she was a baboon. But anyway, nevertheless, we'll leave that alone. So now, since you keep right on, now since you asked about medicine, right? Now, as I said before, I said that I believe, I said that I follow evolution, but the part that the evolution that I don't go along with is that this one species and all life began for this one species, and from there we share a common ancestry with apes. So, if you don't mind, can you tell me who or what is that common ancestor?
The common ancestor is we went through this before, PJ Line. It's a ape like common ancestor.
Ape like. So
It's
now,
a
what is ape
it's
like?
an ape like common ancestor. So
What is that?
okay, so let me explain. Evolution is not linear. Okay, it branches. So this a common ancestor wasn't just a full ape. It wasn't a full human. It was a transitional species that we evolved from. So there was branching that
So
happened. It
where is this
wasn't like
so
someone just
okay, so where are the fossils of that transitional human from ape to human? Do you have that fossil record? Can you produce that? Can you
you
produce
can find
that?
those throughout
Can you
all
produce
kind of
that?
music.
Never seen it. It don't exist. Secondly,
I
now
don't
you're not
listen. I
gonna
don't
take my time. You're
stop. I
not gonna
don't
overtake. You're
stop,
not gonna
bro.
overtake my time.
You're not even letting
No,
me
no,
answer the
no, no,
fucking
no, no,
question,
no. We're
bro.
not gonna do that now.
You're
We're
not
not
letting
gonna
me
do
answer
that,
the
bro.
question.
We're not gonna do
If
that
you don't, if you don't want me
because you're
to
not
answer
answering
the
the
question,
question. You're
if
just
you don't want me
babbling.
to answer the question,
What
then
is the
don't ask
common?
it.
What
You
or
just
who?
cut me right
Why?
off. I didn't
Hey,
even
bro,
get to
why is the
answer.
common ancestor ape like? Now, did we come from apes or we did? Now,
Why
so the
wouldn't
common
it be?
ancestor ape like. So,
Why
so,
wouldn't it be?
so,
Why wouldn't it be? If our
so,
common ancestor, if we can go all the way back, like I pointed out to Australopithecus
right.
afarensis, why wouldn't a common
So
ancestor
is it
be
ape
ape-like?
like or is it an ape or what? Who or what is the common ancestor?
I
And
I just
no, you
explained
didn't.
that. So how
No,
many
you didn't.
times you
No, you
gonna
didn't.
answer
And
the
where did that
question?
common ancestor come from? Who
I
created?
did.
Who
I
created
said that it
that?
was never, it
Okay,
was not
so who created that
exclusively
common ancestor?
there is no creator.
Also, this
That's the
common
whole
ancestor just
point.
appeared out of nowhere.
There's no creator. No, that's not you. Obviously, you're
So
not
the
listening
common,
to how
so
evolution
the
works.
common ancestor was the bacteria from the primordial soup.
Nope, I never mentioned anything
Okay,
about a
so who or
primordial
what is
soup.
the common ancestor?
I actually go more with the thermal hydro
Oh, so
vents
so
in
you
the
mean the
ocean
vents that
floor.
the Bible speaks of from the ocean floor, and
The Bible
Job
doesn't speak
speaks
about no
of the
thermal
vents
hydro
in
vent.
Job chapter 38, verse 16.
It
Speaks of
doesn't
that
speak
in
about no
Job chapter
thermal
38, 16.
hydro.
But bro, you're not gonna take all my time. Now I was patient. I let you do your spiel. Now my next question is: now you said that we share 98.9% or 5%, right? Of our DNA with apes, right? So if that's the case, then we should be able to so if that the case, then it took how many years of divergence, right? So if we diverge so much, why do we still share such common ancestry as far as DNA?
Your ancestry is not going
Right?
to change. Your DNA is the
Really?
smoking gun of
Oh,
evolution.
okay. So if that the case, then how come we can't do organ transplants? And how come we can't interbreed with chimps?
Well, that's
Oh
a silly
no, no, no,
question
no,
right there,
brother.
bro. And
That's
and
a
and I've and
that's a
I've
perfectly
actually
good
I've
question.
actually
That's a
covered
perfectly
that
good
with you.
question.
I've actually
That's a
I
perfectly
actually
good
I
question. Now,
haven't
are you
actually
gonna answer the question? Are
so
you
you
gonna
gonna
answer the
talk
question
over
or you
me?
ain't?
Are you gonna talk over me or
Okay,
you
now,
gonna let me
that's how you
answer?
done me now. Come on, bro.
You
Okay.
talking over me.
Well,
You're not letting me answer.
I'll
You
mute.
ask the
Okay, go
question and
ahead.
keep talking. You don't gotta mute. This is your time, but ask the question, but
Okay,
allow me
you
to
got the
answer.
floor. Answer the question, brother.
Okay, so now your question is exactly what?
Bro, you didn't hear the question? Stop playing, man. Now, if we
No,
share
because you get listen, you're
98.9%
playing.
of our DNA with chimps, right? That means that we did not diverge over 20 something billion million years ago, right? And our first ancestors, how long ago since been humans supposedly evolved from a chimp until now? And we still got listen, man. My great grandma lived to be 100 something years old, bro. And I know her and I've seen her. So we didn't diverge that far along. So if the divergence is over 20 some billion million years ago, why do we still share common ancestry? And why you can't do organ transplant or blood transfusion between chimps and humans? That's my question.
Okay, so again, we don't your common ancestor is never going to change. It just doesn't go away because of time. Okay, that's just silly. Like your great grandmother is going to be your great grandmother 200 years from now, long after you're dead. Your ancestor is still going to be your ancestor. But you also asked why we couldn't share organs with chimps, like if evolution is true. But here's the part that you're missing. I'm gonna answer real simple. We're not clones. We're cousins. Humans and chimps share a common ancestor, bro. But we've actually been evolving separately for about 6 million years. During that time, both species developed unique immune systems, different protein expressions, and species specific DNA markers. So this is why we can't just do organ transplants and all of that kind of
Wait a minute,
razzmatazz
bro.
that you're
You
talking about.
said exclusive DNA markers? So when did our DNA markers change?
What do you mean? When did our
No.
DNA
You
markers
said
change?
that our divergence was over millions years ago, and we share exclusive DNA markers, right? So when did it change? Because if we share 98.9% DNA with chimps and apes,
I said species specific
man, you
DNA
said chimps.
markers.
Okay, no
That's what
sweat,
I
no
said.
sweat. We'll leave that where it's at. We'll leave that where it's at. No sweat. We'll leave that where it's at, bro. But my next question is, you kept trying to discredit Jonathan Wells, but he's a biologist nevertheless. But you use the National Creational Science Education, which is a lobbyist group, which they were sued. You know what I mean? They were sued by the Institute for Creation for this real campaign. They were trying to push evolution so hard that they got just so gangster with it. You know what I mean? So nevertheless, they face a lawsuit. And Jonathan Wells, he's a biologist. But nevertheless, so my next question is that damn, what is my next question? I mean, shit, man, I don't even know because you really ain't even answering my questions. You talking about, and
You keep
and what
bringing
you
up
said
Jonathan
about
Wells,
the
but
fossils going back to so Pit Town man, and
never used
now you said that
never
science,
used
right?
never
So
used
so
any of those.
so
I never
I
used
can't
any of
even
those
I can't
falsified
man
fossils in my
can't I get my
presentation.
question out? Hey, bro, come on, man, come on.
I
Let me
never
let me
used
get my
any of
question
those
out.
in any of those falsified fossils in my
I
presentation.
did.
So I'm not even
So
sure
now
why we going there.
this brother won't even let me get my question out. He won't even let me get my question out. What is the deal, man? You don't let me do my train of thought. Won't even let me go a question out. But that's what you were doing. But nevertheless, though. So now, speaking of those fossils, right? So now, are you saying that scientists purposely put fake fossils out there?
No,
Is that what you're saying?
you got to understand that it ain't just scientists that's out here on these dig sites. You can
Right,
get random people
right,
this
right,
and what they do is they put that to the test. You know what
right.
I'm saying? Now, don't get me wrong. Again, I'm gonna say this one more time. Just because some fossils have been falsified, that doesn't take away the whole body of work. I just told you they got freaking 6,000 hominid fossils, bro, of Australopithecus afarensis. What more do you
And I just
need?
showed,
It's transitional fossils to lead up to modern
and
humans.
I just showed you
And
that.
I pointed those
So,
out in my presentation.
so those are transitional fossils, right? How did they become extinct before they evolved into the next level or whatever they're supposed to evolve to?
Can you repeat that question? You faded out.
What is the purpose of transitional fossils, right? If they were supposed to evolve to the next level, how did they come extinct?
You're asking how
Yeah,
did they go extinct?
if they were supposed to evolve to the next level.
Okay, so all right. The best way to tell you this here, man, and that's actually it's funny because like you should have asked like I know you're not just asking how did humans go extinct. while debating
I ain't even said
debating
nothing
is
about
live.
humans, bro. I
I
didn't
mean,
say
come on,
nothing
man.
about. Let
Okay,
me
so
answer the question
hold on.
again. I was
I'm gonna
talking
tell you
about the fossils. You said tit
they
to
were. I'm gonna
cows.
tell
That
you.
was
I'm
a
telling you
fossil, a
how they.
transitional fossil.
You
It was
asked me how did they
actually.
go
Well, I
extinct?
didn't
Did
say
he or
nothing
did
about
he
humans
not?
though. You talking about humans? I'm talking about those transitional fossils.
Okay, but I'm telling
Before
you. I'm about to tell
before
you how to. How
before they
I'm gonna tell you how.
evolved, why
I'm
did they
telling
go?
you how
Man,
African.
bro, before they evolved.
I'm about
Okay,
to
go ahead.
answer your question, bro. The species didn't
Go ahead.
vanish randomly. They were
Right,
outcompeted,
right.
climate shock, absorbed through
Mm-hmm.
interbreeding with
Okay.
Homo sapiens. That's literally what
All right.
evolution predicts: the survival
What?
of
All
the
What?
right.
What?
most adaptable. And guess
What?
who survived it? Us.
Oh man, he said interbreeding, bro. I got to
Hold
get
on,
him on
hold
that.
on, hold on, hold on, hold on. Time. We're gonna let these brothers close out. I have put the poll up. We're gonna let
Damn, I
these
want to
brothers
get him on
close
the
out.
interbreeding.
While these brothers closing out, I'm gonna drop the link so these brothers can come up here and y'all could, you know what I'm saying, congratulate these brothers for doing a great job. You know what I'm saying, and then give y'all opinion. Let's keep it very respectful. All right, Uncle PJ, I'm gonna let you close out first. You got the floor. I'm gonna give y'all a 5 minute closing, and I'm gonna start the time whenever you're ready.
Man, listen, this has been truly, man. You know what? I wish I really, like I said, man. This is my first time like on this level, on this platform, and I'm just learning the inner workings of this laptop and things like that, and how to present. So, forgive me, audience. Next time I promise, as I do this more, I get better with it. And we'll do like that because, like I said, I'm just so used to doing it in the back chat and in that group. But nevertheless, I really wanted to rip into him on the interbreeding part, but I'll leave that alone. But nevertheless, man, I hope that this has been very educational for the most part. And it to me, I just don't understand why black people fight so hard to be called monkeys, right? It was a situation some years ago. It was H&M, it was his campaign, and that called this little black boy the coolest monkey in the jungle, right? And everybody was so in a hissy fit about this little boy being called a monkey. But I'm like, damn, if you classify it as a monkey, according to Carl Linnaeus, this white guy, and notice all the people that I showed that proponents of evolution were white. And Charles Darwin, his theories are shrouded in racism. And a lot of times, they use scientific racism as an excuse to call us animals, as an excuse to kill and harm us. But nevertheless, um, I really wish, man, man, this evolution thing is deep, and this brother Cameron tried to debunk Jonathan Wells. You notice he didn't really touch on a whole lot of things that I presented. Especially the fake fossil, that architect type, that tactical, the tetrapod. All of those fossils are really fake. Charles Darwin said himself, it's 1859, that he didn't even have any fossils. This is a quote in his book, that he didn't have any fossils to present natural selection. And I didn't even go into that pepper moth theory about natural selection, right? But nevertheless, in the closing, right, it was it was this industrial thing that it was black smoke, soot, and all that things, right? And it was covering the moths. So the lighter skin, what, the darker skin moths, they were eating up first and lighter skin moths. But anyway, nevertheless, they end up pinning dead moths to a tree, right? So with that being said, scientists, they go with whoever fund them. And it's big funding in evolution. And it's a whole lot of atheists behind this evolution market that's pushing um these scientific agendas. Like I said, the National Creation for Science Education, the site that he was posting that were trying to go against Jonathan Well, this is a big evolutionary lobbyist site. And they have lawsuits against them. So with that being said, the part that we share 98.9% of our DNA with chimps and apes, that is totally not true. You can't interbreed with apes. They done a transplant. It was an organ transplant that done between it was a heart transplant between a chimpanzee and a human, right? Within 7 days, the human died. You can't do blood transfusions, right? And this brother was talking about interbreeding, but then again, he gonna turn around and say that that through billions of years of divergence and branching off, right? That we had changed between apes and chimps. But if our DNA is 98.9%, that doesn't sound like too much of a change to me. Maybe I don't know. I don't know. Maybe I don't really understand evolution. And maybe he really doesn't understand evolution. So a lot of these guys try to act like they understand evolution, but they never really go into detail. They can't really explain evolution to you. And I have showed where several scientists, he just try to make it seem like it's just a few hundred of them. But no, it's several scientists that disagree with Darwin and evolution. Evolution is not a fact. Evolution is still a theory. Darwin's theory of evolution was losing ground in the early 19th century, and then that's when neo-Darwinism came on the scene using genetics and natural selection. That turned out to be false. So Darwin's theory of evolution is losing ground. It's losing ground. Evolution is not a fact. As far as humans sharing common ancestry with apes and chimps, that's not a fact. Now, evolution itself, yes. As far as a tadpole going into a frog, yes, I agree with that. As far as a baby being born, yes. You got evolution of a car, you know, evolution in technology, things like that. Yeah, I agree with that. So the brother talking about medical medicine and evolution. Well, this same brother didn't even take the COVID vaccine. He didn't
Tom,
even know that the
Tom,
Omicron variant. Hold
Tom,
on, bro. He didn't know that the
Tom,
Omicron variant was
Tom.
a mutation.
We good, we good. All right, Tom. All right, Uncle Heru, I'm gonna let you come in and do your closing. And while Uncle Heru doing his closing, I'm gonna drop that link for anybody want to come up here, congratulate the debaters, and you can give your opinion. Just keep it respectful. I also drop that poll, so I need all 17 or everybody to vote. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna give it to the people. This is for the people. You know what I'm saying? Uncle Heru, I'm gonna start the time whenever you're ready.
Okay. All right, I'm ready. So as we see here, y'all family, what he's in his closing argument, he absolutely demonstrated that he absolutely has no idea what evolution is. And he has not shown us that it has been debunked. He showed us that people disagree with it. That's fine. People disagree with things all the time. But until you can show us actual peer review that this has actually been debunked and that it's not a fact, you're going to keep losing this debate over and over and over again. So tonight, family, what y'all just witnessed was a live autopsy of pseudoscience, and PJ Line was the cadaver. Let's review exactly what happened. I gave you the full evolutionary blueprint, fossils showing gradual change over millions of years, genetic evidence linking us to other primates, transitional species, exactly where they should be in geological record, living examples of evolution happening in real time, from antibiotic resistance to species adapting on the fly. I showed you how human chromosome 2 proves our shared ancestry with apes. I broke down ERVs, vestigial genes, DNA sequences, and that screen common descent. I explained to you why you cannot swap organs with chimps, because evolution doesn't mean copy and paste. It means shared ancestry with separate development. Meanwhile, PJ, what? Jonathan Wells, that's what he brought? A known creationist fraud who's been debunked by actual scientists for over 20 years. He brought a list of scientists who reject evolution, but forgot to mention that most of them aren't even evolutionary biology. They then pointed to fossils on mountains like they disprove evolution, when it actually proves plate tectonics and geological uplift. When he asked why we can't share organs with chimps, exposing a total misunderstanding of immunology. He asked how humans went extinct, and or not humans, but how hominids went extinct in a debate with a living human. I mean, you can't just make this stuff up. PJ's tactic tonight was to misunderstand the science, misrepresent the science, and when all else failed, deny the science. But here's the thing: reality doesn't care if you accept it or not. Evolution is confirmed through fossils, genes, embryology, comparative anatomy, radiometric dating, and direct observation. It's backed by every credible scientific institution on Earth: National Academy for Sciences, American Association for Advancement of Science, Smithsonian Institute, Nature, Science magazine. You're looking at national the National Research Center or I'm sorry, the NIH, and also your the Human Genome Project. So let me just be clear real quick. Evolution has not been debunked. It has been confirmed, reinforced, replicated across every branch of biology. The only thing that got debunked tonight was PJ's entire understanding of science. He came in here arguing belief. I came here to present evidence. And in the end, there's a reason why his argument didn't evolve, because it was born extinct. So I'm Heru conscious, y'all. I am the pseudo hunter, and what you just witnessed tonight was natural selection in real time.
All right. I dropped that link. Anybody want to come up here and like I said, get their opinion on these brothers' work. Both I just want to let y'all know I appreciate y'all. You know what I'm saying, for doing y'all thug thizzle. You know what I'm saying, and we set a date. You know what I'm saying, we got to it on that date, and that's what it's all about. You know what I'm saying. So I definitely appreciate y'all for doing y'all thing. Uncle PJ, I see you got some things to say in the back chat. Matter of fact, Uncle PJ, I'll let you go and get that off right now. You got the flow, Uncle PJ.
Well, you know, the only thing I was saying was I didn't even mention anything about belief at all. I did not once bring up the Bible. I didn't say nothing about belief. I showed some of his own peer-reviewed sources that he used, like the NIH and things like that. You know what I mean? And as far as that 98.9% DNA that shared with chimps, that had been debunked. So I don't know what this brother talking about. And you notice he could not answer several of my questions, and he did not. He kept on harping on Jonathan Wells and the National Creation of Science Education, which is a big lobbying group. But nevertheless, I'll leave that where it's at. You know what I mean? And as far as evolution, he cannot listen. When I showed the scientific method, right? The steps of scientific method, Darwin and all the evolutionary guys, they did not complete their full scientific method. You must form the hypothesis. You know what I mean? You got to record the hypothesis. You got to observe you got to observe it. Then you got to record it. They did not observe. They did
All
not observe no species, one species transferring to another. There's no
right,
way you can observe.
all
But
right.
I'll leave that way, saying.
All right, hold on real quick. I'm gonna let Uncle Heru respond. Then we gonna get to Uncle Hercules.
Okay, honestly, I really don't
All
even
right.
need to respond. To be honest with you, what he's doing right now is simply embarrassing himself. Because you can look this up right now. Evolution hasn't been debunked. Humans do share 98.8% DNA with chimps. These are scientific facts, bro. I don't know where you're getting your sources of information that says that this has been debunked, but you haven't shown that tonight. So I'm gonna let my brother Hercules go ahead and speak. But right now you're just making a
But
fool
brother,
out of
you can
yourself.
ignore all you want, but I'll leave that where it's at.
All right, Uncle Hercules, talk black to me.
Hey, what's going on, fam?
You
How
know,
y'all
we ain't
doing?
practicing no white science over here.
Yo, so hey, listen, I understand both of you guys' point of view, and I have to, I definitely agree with the brother, the pseudo hunter, because brother PJ is that like he said, it's like we didn't come from directly from chimpanzees or apes or whatever. We was just like a different uh evolution, different aspect that was similar to them that developed into humans. And so it's like the science that's out there, the research that's out there, you will have to double check the sources that you're looking at, because a lot of the sources, you got to remember, a lot of these sources are from like white people who don't want to say that they come from black people. So they try to, like, yeah, well, that shit ain't true. They try to push it off and try to say it ain't true. But I mean, it's too much. It's too much. I understand, and definitely, I mean, you showed the racism, from Darwin and all that stuff, the racism, how they brought it up. Yeah, that's true as well. However, the research, the results that we find is that we come from a species that was similar, not exactly, but similar. You know what I'm saying? I think that's the research that the brother Pseudo Hunter was talking about.
Hey, also, if I could piggyback on you, brother, what I wanted to say about this whole thing with as far as the racism is concerned, do you? I don't think you guys realize that Darwin was actually an abolitionist, so he wasn't racist. His family was abolitionist, and if you look at the actual out of the Africa model when it comes to evolution, it puts us all on the same playing field. That we all share a common ancestor that comes out of Africa. That's all I wanted to add.
And
Uh,
last thing, go ahead.
okay.
No, go ahead. I just the last point I want to make has nothing to do with you guys' debate. So I just want to address the people in the comment. But go ahead, brother. I'm gonna just mute my mic.
No. What you were saying, as far as the research and things like that, brother. Listen, and then then what you were saying about white people said that they don't want to say that they come from black people, right? But at the same time, they didn't say that they come from monkeys either. You know what I'm saying? This a whole lot of white people reject that theory that they come from monkeys. You know,
Evolution doesn't teach that we come from monkeys, bro. You can't show me one source that says humans come from monkeys. I don't know why you keep
man, I
regurgitating
was
that. You cannot find that in any anthropology book, and you cannot find that on any book on evolution that's going to say that humans come from monkeys. It
All
I
does
was
right,
not
hold
speaking
up,
to
hold
this.
up,
exist.
real quick. Hold
I
up,
was
real
speaking
quick.
to this brother. I didn't even get a chance to get my thought out. But anyway, that's
All right,
fine.
my
Even
bad,
the
my
part.
bad. Hey, hold up, real quick. Uncle PJ, go and get your thought out.
No, man, but the point of it is though, even the common ancestry, right? So when I asked the brother about common ancestry, right, he couldn't answer. He said it's ape like. So if it's ape like, it's an ape, right? What is it? Is it an ape? Is ape like? Is the old world ape? Is a new world ape? And then Carl Linnaeus, that this the guy that started this taxonomy. This the guy that said that humans are classified as apes. So what ape do you classify from? Is it an old world ape? Is it the new ape? What ape is it? And what
Well,
is
Hold
the
up, hold up,
common
hold up,
let's
hold
ancestor?
up,
put
real quick.
clarity on
Hold up,
that.
real quick. Hold up, real quick. That debate, the debate is over, gang. So we about to get
Right,
to it.
right,
Hold up, real quick.
right.
Hold
Yeah.
up. I want y'all to hear. Hold up, real quick. Hold up. I want y'all to hear from some of the people. All right, Kate Born, Equality, you got the floor. You probably got to unmute your mic, Kate Born, Equality. Kate Born, Equality, you there? All right, Silky D, you there? Silky D, you there?
Silky.
Unmute your mic, President. All right, seem like Silky D having technical issues too.
Hey, so hey, let me ask PJ. When he said ape-like, I think that's the same thing as thinking like dolphins. They're fish-like. We know they're fish-like. However, they're mammals as well. You know what I'm saying? They're mammals, but they're fish-like. You know what I'm saying? So
Right.
they ape-like, but then they, you know what I'm saying? And back then we talking about what, 1,000,000 years ago. They was ape-like, but then they eventually evolved into something else.
Okay, so where's the record of them? Wait a minute, wait a minute. Now. So you're saying that the fishes and the whales were ape like? So you're saying that the whales are ape
Hold
like?
up, real quick. Hold up, real quick. Hold up, real quick. Hold up, real quick. All right, we got Silky back in the building. Hold up, real quick. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna let both of y'all brothers take a stab at that. All right. Oh, hold up. Give me 1 second. All right, Silk, you there?
Silky, get rid of that iPhone, yeah.
Nah, Silk, that's the thing. Silky don't got an iPhone. Silky, you there? You gotta unmute your mic. Unmute your mic, Silk.
Man, I hate. Hey, bro, I'm gonna have to get ready to shut down in a minute. I got to hit that payment in the morning, but hey, man, this right here was very. Hey, listen, bro. Hey, this year he got me hyped. So man, I'm ready for the next one. I most
Hey,
definitely
hey,
want that
hey,
one.
hey, PJ, can you, Uncle
Yeah.
PJ, can you give me 5 more minutes?
All right, I'll try to do that. But bro, hey, this got me wanting more. You understand?
All
Ah,
right,
yeah,
let's see. Hold
yeah.
up, real quick. We got Silky in the
Did you
building.
understand what I was saying, brother PJ?
Hold up, real quick, Uncle Hercules. Hold up, real quick. All right, Silky, you there? Hold up, real quick. Give me 1 second.
His hair covering up the mic.
Silky, you there?
Yeah, mic check, mic check.
All right,
All right,
go
we
ahead.
can
You
hear you.
got the flow.
Yeah, man. Yeah, PJ, that was that was a pretty nice debate, man. I actually enjoyed it, man. Yeah, that was pretty nice to see. It started off a little rocky, but you know what I'm saying? Once you got in the groove, man, yeah, I was feeling the rounds, feeling the information. You was bringing up the fake fossils, how a lot of these people, yeah, they getting got with the fakes, and yeah, man, you had some good information, dog. Like no cap. I was the breaking down and going into the where the the origins of where it's coming from, and then how they steady got to keep like pumping the science and the evolution to keep it going. But what I also wanted to ask Haruto was so if what they do say, because we're in the great ape family, and they say we split from the common ape ancestor 6.5 hundred million years ago, whatever like that. But I'm like, so if we split from the ape family or something like that, if we just split and we was just a one off, what did we mate with? If we split and we was just a one off, if we came from a split, what was we mating with? If it was just a
Some
one off
some
from a split.
some of the early hominids, or actually some of the early modern humans, were interbreeding with Neanderthal.
So they was with the one that split is what you're saying. 600
I'm
million
talking.
years ago.
I said modern humans were
Modern
interbreeding
humans
with where we're interbreeding with Neanderthal.
with the common ape ancestor split 600 million years ago.
So how do Africans not have Neanderthal in them?
Some do. Some do
But
have
So,
but
African.
some
Some
don't. For the fact that some don't, how
of
were they
course,
mating with
because
Neanderthal?
every group didn't just
So then, who
interbreed
was
with
they mating with
Neanderthal.
then?
Some did, some didn't.
So to
All
continue
right,
with his
hold on
question,
real quick. Hold on real quick. Hold on real
so to
quick. Hold
continue
on.
with his question,
Hold on.
who
Hold on.
were
Hold
they
on.
mating with?
Hold up, Tavares. Hold up real quick. Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. All right, um Silky D, did he finish answering your question or not?
no, he ain't. No, I want to see it
Hey,
play out. Yeah, yeah.
all
That's
right,
all
go
I
ahead,
had,
Heru.
anyways.
Go ahead, Heru.
Yeah, short and
Yeah, so
sweet.
I was trying to answer his question, but not, I'm getting bombarded with two questions from two different
Oh
people.
Lord, oh
So again,
Lord. Just say it,
is that
man.
what we
PJ,
doing,
man,
bro?
that's
Go
an
ahead,
alley
Big
oop.
John.
That's an
Go
alley
ahead,
oop,
Big John.
PJ.
Hey,
Hey,
Tavares.
appreciate it,
Is,
bro.
Hey,
is that what we doing, bro?
Everybody relax. Hey,
Hey,
Tavares. Everybody relax. Hey, Tavares, I'm gonna mute your mic real quick. I'm gonna let you talk to Heru, but let him respond to Silky D first. Silky D is before you. Just hold up real quick, gang. We got a little order. All right, Uncle Heru, you can respond to Silk.
Okay. So Silky, again, what you're looking at, when you look at the common ancestor, right? And I gave you perfect examples of like from all the way from Africa, Australopithecus afarensis to modern humans, right? So when you're talking about who did they mate with, you're looking at each step going up, going up, and it's steady branching off. That's why I said the evolution is not linear. By the time you get to modern humans, some did actually um, mate with Neanderthals. Now, and I
All
hope that
right,
does answer your question.
all right, Silk. Don't go nowhere, Silk. Don't go nowhere. All right, Uncle Tavares. It's my first time hollering at you. Peace to you. You got the floor.
All right. That was a good question about the mating, though, bro. The question I have is, I understand that evolution is a thing. Things change,
So that's like a convoluted kind of like argument that we're making, like a basic thing and saying, well, this theory exists because of this basic thing that happens, change. Going from not having hair to having hair is evolution. So that doesn't mean that the theory of evolution is a thing. So my question is this is my question. We understand that natural selection is a part of the evolutionary process. My question is this: how do we know that natural selection is limitless? That something that is short with a shitload of hair can turn into something tall and hairless with a straight back. With that being said, how do we not know that it does have limits and the limit is called extinction? So my question is that, how do we know in the 200 years it's been studied that in 200 years we've just come to the conclusion that natural selection is limitless, and this can turn into this, and this can turn into that, and that can turn into that, all through survival? And that's where I'll pass it off to the wait for my answer.
Okay, so basically, to give you a short answer to your question, um, to be honest with you, man, here the only limit to evolution is your imagination, and I mean it
Oh,
clearly. Hold on, let me
imagination.
finish.
That's not. What's
Let,
that?
bro, let me answer
That's
your
that's
question.
a
If you're
that's an
just
ad
gonna cut me
hominem.
off,
You're putting it
if you're
on me.
just
You're
gonna,
saying something's wrong with me. I'm imagining things.
bro,
No, I'm asking you for an
if you're not
answer,
gonna let
not
me
for an
answer
ad
your
hominem.
question, don't ask it. If you're not gonna let
But
me answer your
your
question,
answer is
don't ask it.
something wrong with me, though. It has
Hold
nothing to
on,
do with the
that's not. You
question.
didn't let me finish. You did not let me finish,
Okay. You should never say your, you, or
bro.
anything when answer a question, because it's not
Okay,
about me.
so
It's about
we know.
what?
Hold on, we know evolution is not limited, bro, because it's already produced everything from bacteria that live under nuclear waste to
I
whales from land to land mammals, birds to
okay, but
from dinosaurs. Hold on, you know what?
protozoa existed billions of years ago, and
If
protozoa still
you're not gonna
exists
let me
today.
answer your question, don't answer it. Don't
All
ask
right.
it, or I'm just gonna simply
Okay.
ignore you. Because that's not. Come
Because
on, man.
you can't
You're
answer
not
what
even
I'm saying.
you,
You're forcing me to
you're not
reason
even
to get
looking.
rid
You're
of
not
you.
even following the. You're not even following the rules of engagement. You're asking a question and you're cutting me off as soon
All
as I
right.
get
Okay.
started.
Go ahead. Say what you got to say. I don't. I know you want to play the victim card. Oh, woe is me.
Who's playing
Always.
victim? I'm
That's
Go
what
ahead,
calling
he
you
man.
do.
out for
Go
what
ahead. Say what
you're
you got
doing.
to say, man.
I'm calling you out
But
for
don't
what
say
you're.
you or yours.
Like I said, the only limit to evolution is your imagination, bruh.
Big.
And like I said, we know evolution is not
And where's your
limited.
evidence of it being my imagination? Where's your evidence of this? Where's your evidence? Please present it.
At this point, I'm not even going to acknowledge you again.
Because you can't.
No, I
Because you
can, but you
can't.
keep cutting me off.
No, you
You keep cutting
can't.
me off.
All right, can I jump
I,
in?
Uncle,
And I'm not
Tavares,
debating you, by the way.
You
I'm not
can't.
debating you, by the way.
Because you can't.
Well,
Because you can't.
why don't you sign your big ass up for the next time for it then?
Absolutely.
Okay,
Absolutely. I
we'll do
will.
that. We'll do that. Until
Yes,
then,
we
be
will.
quiet. Thank you.
Pseudo,
No,
let
no.
me
This
hold
is the
up.
time. Come on.
Tavares,
I get.
This
Yes.
ain't your
Tavares, hold
show,
up.
bro. This is not your show, and I'm not debating you
I don't
tonight.
want it
I
to
don't
be
know
my
what
show.
part of you don't understand this.
Tavares,
Hey,
Tavares.
well, if
Yes.
I may, I got to get ready to shut down. But I want to,
Yeah.
the
We
brother.
about to.
Yeah.
That's why I'm doing this right now, Tavares. Just put your number in the back chat. Put your number where it say private chat. Uncle PJ, I'm gonna let you and Uncle Heru close out, and we about to get the
Hey,
hell up here.
hey, hold on. Hey, before I leave though, now hey, Ruth done a debate. Talking about the is the Bible a historical document, bro? If we can get that one popping, I most definitely, I most definitely want that. Is the Bible historical document? I want that one there. I want
All
that. You know,
All right.
you feel me? I want that one.
Well, look. How
I
about
really want
this?
that one.
We can definitely set that up. But
No
as you
sweat.
know, but hold on. As you know, I am in the versus series. So we're gonna have to make some arrangements around the schedule because I do have debates coming up, and so I'm pretty booked. But we gonna definitely try to fit that on in, bro. Trust me, I duck nothing.
Hey, bro, that's no problem with me, man. Cause I got I got my wedding anniversary coming up next month. So you know what I mean. Just take all the time you need, man. But anytime after, I'll just say next month, like going into August or whatever, if the Lord's willing, we're still living and breathing, bro. I'll be ready for it.
Most definitely, most
All
definitely.
right,
Hey, I
sound good.
And
appreciate
so, hey, man, hey, listen, man. Hey, for real, before I go though, man, this has been a good experience. This is my first time doing it like this right here. You know what I mean? And hey, man, this just been it's been awesome to me. You know what I'm saying? And hey, I just salute everybody. Much love and peace and shalom to everybody. I even say hotel to the Kemetic people. You know what I mean?
hotel, hotel.
Hotel.
All right,
Hotel.
all
All
right,
right,
family.
peace.
Yeah.
Hey, Tavares, this
Yes.
day show, so put your number in a private chat, and I'ma holler at
What's the private chat? Where's that at?
you.
That
It should say, it should be on your screen. It
On the
should be on your,
screen. Yeah, on the screen when you logged in, like when you clicked the
probably one of them dots set.
yeah.
that's
It's gonna say
Go
private chat.
to the restream in the restream view. You got to go to the restream. You know what I'm saying?
Private chat. All right, Uncle Heru, go and close out for us.
Hey, wait, can
All
I
right.
hold up before hey Ru, before you close out, can I just say something and I'm out? I just say something real quick.
Go ahead, Uncle Hercules.
Yo, peace, yo, Uncle, peace, brother, pseudo Hunter. Is it Heru or should I just say
Yeah,
pseudo Hunter?
yeah. It's Heru conscious. I just go under the pseudo hunter.
All right, cool. Yeah. Yo, so listen, I just want to address all you Bammers in the chat. You know what I'm saying? When I did post the you know what I'm saying, the white science, black science, you know, it's a confusion about what's going on. There's no confusion with me because I already did the presentation. You know what I'm saying? Wavy, you could drop the link to so they could see the presentation. It's right on Wavy's channel. You know what I'm saying? I broke it down the difference between what white science is and black science. And ain't none of y'all come through. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody push back. So I would love pushback feedback because that's how you grow. That's how you grow when you're because I'm an educator, you know what I'm saying? I teach. You know what I'm saying? That's how you grow when you're doing research. So yeah, so please, if you got, you know what I'm saying, some feedback for me, fine. If not, you know, shut up. You know what I'm saying? That's all I gotta say. I'm out. Yo, brother Heru, good job. You know what I'm saying? Good work. You know what I'm saying? I'll see you guys next time.
Thank you, brother.
Already. K-Born Reality, you there? K-Born Reality, you there? All right, we about to close out. Uncle Heru, go on close us out.
All right. Well, you know what? This was definitely a honor to be on your show, brother. To get out here and try to educate and spread information that's actually helpful. You know, to try to clean up some of the misconfusion. There's misconceptions and confusion out there because the thing is, like I asked the brother, if you think that evolution is garbage, it's almost ridiculous to me that you would spend your money, your good hard-earned money, on medical insurance when our understanding of evolution is the driving force behind the science of medicine. So at the end of the day, you know, I can tell you this: we have to look at the title of the debate. Has evolution been debunked, and is it a fact? And I showed you guys a peer review source right out the gate that showed you exactly just that. So you know, at the end of the day, I feel like my brother failed to present anything that shows that evolution has been debunked. So with that being said, you know, again, I really appreciate the opportunity on the channel. I do want to apologize to everyone for the technical difficulties that I had a little earlier because I always come correct. So I was really pissed off about my presentation being destroyed. But, you know, at the end of the day, you know, I still believe that I conveyed my message across. And, you know, this was actually fun. So I'm looking forward to my next debate. And trust me, man, I'm going to be more than prepared for that one.
Already. Uncle Heru, man, I just want to let you know, you got the spotlight on you. Uncle Tavares want the fade from you. And PJ already calling you out for another fade. Do you wanna hear from Tavares before you get up out of here?
Yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong. I have been telling Tavares for a while to come about that final battle, and let's actually put it on the live. Let's get on YouTube and let's actually put these sources up here, and let's talk about it.
All right, I'm gonna get this math, and then we're gonna set that up. All right, Tavares, what's your Facebook?
Oh, yeah. Yahoo, just right. YILIYAHU. Just
Man,
right.
I can't.
YISRAEL.
All right, you got hit with the pseudo mic. I tell you what, Uncle Heru, you got him on Facebook?
I can't.
We're not Facebook friends, but I do believe I could add him. Like to
How you said I spell your name? Tavares, how I spell your name on Facebook?
I can't.
I sound like it's like IYI.
Um, I'll type it in the chat.
All right, type it in the chat. We about to get up out of here. Hey, everybody, appreciate y'all, man. Sorry for having y'all up late, man. Go eat y'all food. Go tuck y'all queens, y'all guards into the bed, and man, kiss your kids. Tell them you love them, man, woman, child, food, clothing, shelter.